God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party animals. Leaps of faith, Geronimo. Check my watch, tick, tick, tock. My God lives outside of those. Please do not limit me. My worth infinity and beyond. This is our buzz like yeah, right here. Don't tour it out stereo, no, Whoa, let me breathe. God too cold, stay on freeze. Couldn't buy me with 100 G's. I'm priceless, but he paid the fee. Money can't make that purchase. Patience has a purpose. We just scratching the surface. The wait's gonna be worth it, cause God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Patience has a purpose. Yeah, yeah. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Patience has a purpose. Yeah, yeah. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the. Show up late to the fiesta. God's time is so much better. Blow hotter than some peppers. This beat got me feeling extra. Two-step, no drink. Don't care what you think. Been high, no dang. God's love, fill my tank. We are not following trends, just following him. Swallowing pride, take off a fence. Guarding my heart with my tumble defense. Y'all think we whack, not hardly. Jokes on you, no hardly. You think we tardy, truth is, we right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the P's, you gon' see the...
What's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f*** is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, though they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen them down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a mill, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers, fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a Don just like the Perrier. It's my time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to, let me make sure everything's on here. We didn't do the stream last night, guys. Sometimes I forget to turn on the lights. But what is going on, Mafia? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday, except for yesterday, right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, guys, we might have not went live yesterday as I was not feeling too good. I do feel a lot better today. But I will say, Bitcoin, I kind of figured, guys, you know when I walk away from the charts, you know that Bitcoin likes to move more often than not. And I figured maybe a whole missed stream would maybe give us that move to the upside or downside. And here we are. Just sitting at the dang POC of the range, guys. Are we going to get Bitcoin to move? If we are, when is it going to happen? And which direction are we going to go? I'm going to try to figure that out with you guys here on tonight's live stream. I do think that at some point here, guys, as Bitcoin coils up and kind of just bing-bongs around, typically we do see a big move come right after we see these long periods of consolidation. Hasn't been too long, but it has been pretty brutal as the price action has just been completely sideways. So I want to talk about kind of what we're likely to see here in the near future. Are we going to get the break to the upside? Are we going to hit 102K? Are we on our way up to those higher levels? Or are we going to get that full fill of the range down to about $91,000? Well, it's not really that clear, guys, but I'm going to try to clear it up for you guys and give you kind of my best prediction here, and hopefully we get it right once again. But shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys got me cracking up in the chat. Shout out to Erica saying BTC and the POC sitting in a tree. We all know what comes after that. Yeah, it's like, are you guys going to date each other or what's going on here? Pick a direction and go, Bitcoin. Come on. But shout out to Erica. Welcome in. We got K Diggity in the chat. Shouting out Phoebe. Phoebe is getting very restless as, we don't like to take the streams off because Phoebe gets, she starts like going in her sleep and stuff because she doesn't get it out during the live stream. But shout out to K Diggity. What is going on? We got Tyler Durden in the chat. Shout out to Tyler Durden. What is going on, bro? We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Chemistry Bro, Darren Does Things. You guys know who the mods are. Show them some love in the chat. We got Jesse. What is going on? We got Chill Will. Shout out to Chill Will. Sometimes people call me Chill Frankie, but usually they just tell me that I'm screaming too loud. But shout out to Chill Will. What is going on? We got Trade Intuition in the chat. Welcome in. We got Nirvana Chemistry Bro. What is going on, bro? Said wind it up, baby. She's winding up. She's coiling up. She's locking and loading. And hopefully it's before a push to the upside, guys. But again, we'll dive into that in just a minute. Shout out to Army Piper rating us today. Shout out to Army Piper. Thank you so much for doing that, bro. I appreciate you. And dang, we should be able to raid you. I don't think you are live right after us, but I always forget that YouTube has a raid feature. It's pretty dope. But shout out to Army Piper. What is going on? Show him some love in the chat, guys. We got Cryptography in the chat, or Cryptography in the chat. Shout out to you, man. We got JRMO in the chat. We got Mike Vito, my paisan. What is going on? We got Jay Violet. We got everybody in the chat today, guys. So, we're going to try to give you a show here, but I'll tell you what, it's not going to be off that Bitcoin price action. So without further ado, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. If we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, we will be giving away $150 in Solana. So smash up that like button. I forgot who said it. Somebody said lick that dang like button, guys. We don't care if you kiss it, lick it, touch it with your butt, hit it with your elbow. We don't judge you. Just go ahead and touch that like button. And if you do it more than once, just make sure you do it an odd amount of times. But without further ado, guys, let's go jump into this super, super exciting and totally not sideways price action. So let's get into it. Oh, man, here we are, guys. Once again, here, another live stream as Bitcoin hovers at about $96,356, where we've been sitting for about the past, other than this little rip to the upside, we have been stuck in this sideways range, guys, for just about 10 days. And this is getting absolutely brutal. There is, to be quite honest with you guys, my bias, believe it or not, remains exactly the same, as Bitcoin has not done anything. Now, as we know, guys, that POC is going to act as a magnet for price, clinging price to that level. And you can see we are just simply seeing that happen time and time again. Every time we come up to that POC, we get a rejection. We get back above it. We try to break out. We get wrecked down back below it. We come back up. We get above it, back down below it. And right now, we are just hovering below that POC, guys. And to be quite honest with you, until we wind up getting above this POC for more than 30 seconds and we actually hold it as support, this is really that key level. This still remains the absolute key level that we need to hold. $97,349. Once we get above it, we could see that bigger move to the upside. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at Market Cypher B. There are some interesting things popping up right now. But just to start this off, I want to be I want to start off on the higher time frames, right? Typically, we will start on the higher time frames and work our way down. I am still bullish on Bitcoin here, guys. Now, until we wind up breaking some kind of macro structure here, I am going to remain bullish on Bitcoin. I know the altcoins are getting absolutely crushed, but I am still bullish on Bitcoin based off the structure. There is not anything to be worried about just yet. And the question is, are we going to see this consolidation just be another area of consolidation before we wind up getting our next leg up, targeting, local targets at around 112 to 113K, leaking up to about $120,000. And then that's as far as I'll go for today. We do have targets above there. But, are we going to see that coil up here? As you guys know, we did kind of consolidate here / get a little grind to the downside for about 7 months. That was the last major area of consolidation before seeing things get very, very exciting once again, giving us that big leg up, above the $100,000 level. And, at that time, right, we get that really exciting move to the upside. Price action does oftentimes coil up, right? Oftentimes we do see that next leg up after that consolidation. However, there are some of those alarming signs on Market Cypher B that could give us a drop to the downside. I hate to beat the dead horse here, guys, but, really everything remains the same. We're sitting in the middle of the POC. Actually, let me continue here on the higher time frame. So again, I am bullish on Bitcoin. I know everybody is like super, super fed up with altcoins, and I'm right in there with you guys. I'm ready for the next big move up as well. I know a lot of people are waiting for the QE, right? If we don't have QE, we can't see the altcoins go. And I do believe that, right? I do think that we do need the QE to come in before we see things really start to rip to the upside once again. But a lot of people are kind of giving up on altcoins, and it's really hard, right? Because part of me says when everybody starts giving up on altcoins, oftentimes that's really the time to start getting in, right? If you're not already in, right? I've been accumulating my altcoins in the bear market, so a lot of my altcoins are still honestly not even really in great position. Some of them are in profit, some of them are at break even, some of them are down. But at the end of the day here, guys, I do think, right? Like I still don't think this is the top, right? Now, this is not me coming up here telling you guys 110K is 100% not the top. But really, based off this chart here, guys, just simple market structure, we are consistently making higher lows and higher highs, right? This is 100% an uptrend, and there's really nothing to say that this is a bear market, right? And again, top of the bear market doesn't look like top of the bull market does not look like the bear market at the top, right? So again, I'm not saying we're 100% not topped out here, but in my own personal opinion, I am not, calling for a bear market just yet. I don't really know what the sentiment out there is right now. To be honest, just because we didn't stream last night, so I don't know how everybody's feeling. Let me know in the chat, guys. Are you giving up on altcoins? Are you ready for the next big move, or do you think it's all wrapped up? You sold your bags? And I actually have been seeing a few people recently talking about how they sold all their crypto, and they're like, you know what? I sold all my crypto. I wish you guys the best, but I'm out of here. This is crazy. I bought in. I've done nothing but I've been in nothing but drawdown since I got in. And to be honest, guys, that kind of makes me a little bit more bullish, right? You start seeing people throw in the towel. This is typically, max pain, right? Now, again, I still think that there is a situation where we could see even more pain come in, where really people are going to start calling for the bear market, and, likely. You guys know the key levels. I'll take a look at them with you today. They haven't really changed. We have the macro golden pocket between $82,000 and $80,000. But if we did see that drop to the downside, likely that is going to cause a lot of unimaginable pain, especially for a lot of the people who entered in late to the market, right, after these big rips to the upside. These are the people who are really feeling the pain, right? And I'll be honest, right, in the altcoins, probably everybody's feeling the pain, unless, I think, like, a lot of my altcoins are in the red, right? XRP, obviously not. I've been accumulating XRP forever, so my XRP is up way big here. So, but a lot of the other stuff is just like everything is just kind of nuking to the floor here. Not recently, but after that big liquidation, everything's been like getting absolutely crushed, and I think it's really causing a lot of pain. But just remember, guys, it's usually when you hear a lot of people saying they're going to leave the market, or you feel, people are starting to feel that pain. In my opinion, guys, for the first time in a while, I've been really starting to think about, starting to accumulate some more altcoins, buy the dip on some of these altcoins as well. Now, again, this is never financial advice, guys. I'm not saying that this is definitely the bottom. Understand, when I say buy the dip on some of these altcoins, it does typically refer to dollar cost averaging in, right? So I'm not trying to snipe the exact bottom on a lot of this stuff. For example, right, if I were going to buy Cardano here, I would be accepting that we could come down a little bit more. But to be honest with you, I haven't been tempted in a while to start buying the dip on altcoins, and I am starting to get that itch again, especially when you see some of these altcoins down pretty big, right? There were some altcoins even like Pengu, right? This is something I'm really, and I'm not going to go into the altcoins just yet, but looking at something like Pengu, this is something I'm pretty bullish on, right? We had a opportunity to buy in, and I did not buy in just yet, and I'm really glad I didn't, because we actually wound up dropping a lot more. And at this point, in my opinion, right, like if I start buying down here, here and I start dollar cost averaging in, like I'm happy to buy down here and then dollar cost average as we continue down if we do wind up coming back down. But a lot of these altcoins are absolutely crushed, and it doesn't mean that they're garbage projects or they're never going to go back up. You have to remember this when you get the big dumps to the downside. But coming back to Bitcoin here, guys, I do want to continue to cover this. A couple things that I'm looking at, right? And just in general, again, structure remains pretty good. We're just kind of consolidating here. Bitcoin is going sideways. Altcoins are getting crushed, but Bitcoin is still pretty healthy here. Technically, holding somewhat of these, higher lows, right? This is kind of interesting, right? Is this just consolidation? Is this an ascending triangle? What is going to come next here? And I'll be honest, it does kind of look somewhat like an ascending triangle. Again, this is not something I would trade based off of, but oftentimes when you have this upward trending support line with a flat level of resistance, sometimes you can kind of coil up in here and then get a big break to the upside. But in general, right, anytime you're in a big trend to the upside, big move up consolidation, I would consider this some kind of bullish consolidation. But at the end of the day, bullish consolidation can get very bearish very quickly, right? So I don't just look at this and say, hey, this is bullish consolidation. I'm only going to long this. Obviously, I am still holding my short from $102,000. I'll give. Hey, let me know what you got. How much you guys think that is up? I'll give you a hint. It's up the same amount that it was the past 7 streams that we've done in a row. But I am still short from $102,000. And seeing this, we are still holding higher lows. We do still have macro bullish market structure. So nothing too alarming here. And then as we come up here to these higher daily time frames, guys, I'll give you the bullish and the bearish, right? Number one, we have the 2-day green dot potentially looking to print here. Now, money flow is coming out. We have to remember that. Maybe I'll cover this first, right? We have to remember daily money flow is still in the red here, right? We have not faked out into the green. We are coming deeper into the red. This is an overall bearish sign, right? This would make me anticipate, at least as of right now, for lackluster pushes to the upside, for lower highs, and continuations back to the downside, where we know we have some very, very key levels underneath us that we might want to hold if we do not want to see a big liquidation wick down to 80K. Maybe I'll cover that. Maybe I won't. I'll let you guys kind of pick that because we've covered it so many times here in the recent past. But we have the money flow in the red here on the daily. This just makes me view the market in terms of lower highs and lower lows to come in, right? And then you start pairing that with our volume profile that we've looked at forever. As long as we remain below that POC, right now, to be honest with you guys, the two situations here, in my opinion, as I've covered many times, is I am really for the bigger trades, waiting for a shot up into between $102,000 and $103,000, where we have our value area high and our tapped weekly level, which I am short from, or a drop to the downside. If we can't get above that POC, I am waiting for a drop back down towards that value area low. Until then, I am simply holding my short position. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, I am simply holding my short position from up here at about $102,000. See if it could play out to this value area low. If not, I will stop out in profit and then look for a new trade or a new short position as we approach our next areas of key resistance. But this trade, I mean, talk about brutal, guys. Like, you enter this trade, starts playing out really nicely, and then we're just going sideways. Absolute brutality here. I'm about to fall asleep at this price action. It's absolutely miserable. Now, I am also in a scalp long here in the premium alongside the premium Discord. And to be honest, any scalp I take in here, guys, I am considering a very low probability trade. I've already been stopped out once, maybe twice. Already gotten stopped out of either 1 or 2 trades within this consolidation. This is a super low probability area of price action, guys. This is not the place where I personally am going to be looking for like major positions. I would rather wait for the bigger drop down where we have all this liquidity sitting, the value area low of the range, or a rip up into our more significant levels. However, I was never covered on the long side. Right now, I am sitting in a nice little scalp long until proven otherwise. I am using the local volume profile here as context for that trade. I'll hide the main profile here, right? We came down to the value area low. We are getting a bounce. We also have a daily level here that we've been looking at that we're looking for hopefully a reclaim to get that push to the upside. So that trade is up a little bit in profit here. But I am going to be very careful here, guys, because, again, this is a very low probability area. Every time we come up to this POC, and I'll be honest, guys, if you watch this show, you know how high probability these volume profiles are. And I'll just say this, right? More often than not, you'll go from the low to the POC to the high, and you can just see every time we've gotten to move into that POC, we've gotten the rejection back down to the low, back up to the POC, rejection back down to the low. So even the volume profiles cannot suck the price all the way through this range, which is honestly a very, very rare situation. Now, obviously, the volume profiles are not going to be 100%. I would never come up here and tell you guys the volume profiles are ever going to be 100%. But I'll be honest, like, it is not often that you just see these get, pushed into the POC and just slam back to the downside. So if we do get that continuation up, and I'm going to cover the lower time frames to let you guys know what I'm looking for in here. But if we do get that move to the upside, I am going to be watching 2 major levels, right? If we get the local move up, I will be watching looking first off the major POC of the range, which sits right here. I'm going to hide this daily real quick. Looking at the POC of the range, sitting at about 97,350. This would be a big area to be looking for me to take profits, and then hopefully move that stop loss to break even, protecting myself in case we get another situation where we come into the POC and we get another drop to the downside. I want to stop out of that and profit because, like I said, when we take the trades from the key levels here, guys, like much higher probability here. If I get stopped out, it's not that shocking, right? But it doesn't mean you can't take stabs at these trades. So if we do continue up, I'll look for price to come into that POC at about 97,349. In which case, the hope there would be to get above that POC, fight to get above this local point of control, and then hopefully get a move into your value area high. So that's kind of the roadmap for that long position. And then, maybe that's going to be if we don't get rejected from this POC once again. And let me pull this anchored VWAP once again as well, because this is another thing we've been looking at. This anchored VWAP has been absolutely slamming price down as well. Came up here yesterday, rejected the POC, got back onto the anchored VWAP, right back down to the value area low. And then, we came down to that value area low earlier today. So I threw that scalp long setup in here, and I am sitting that right now. So, again, just very logically, if we do get back up to this POC, anchored VWAP, and then the local POC as well between 97.7 and about 97.3. That's going to be the next major take profit zone on this trade, in my opinion, or not in my opinion, but in my case personally. And then if we get above that box, then maybe, just maybe, right? It's not looking good because we've just been getting slammed down by these levels. But if we can get above there, next major level would be the value area high, sitting closer to about 99.315. And that's really the local kind of context that I'm looking at price action in right now, right? Same as we've been looking every other time that we came down here. But we are just finally caught that long position. So now I am covered in both directions, right? If we come out, I'll stop out of that long position. Short will continue to pay me out. And this is a situation I hadn't been in the recent streams, is if we get the push to the upside and we do wind up getting that break to the bigger level, which in my opinion is going to be about $102,000 is going to be the first major level I'll be looking at, 102 to 103K. We can have that long position from the low here. But based off the daily money flow, I'm going to show you guys the mixed signals right now. That daily money flow, again, is going to give me that bias of potentially looking for the overall continuation to the downside in the long term. However, looking at the lower time frames on Market Cipher B, let me hide the daily here, hide that anchor VWAP. If we come on down to these lower time frames, here's the best bet for this local scalp to play out, right? Number one, we have our 15-minute money flow attempting, and you can just see how choppy this is, right? We came into the green, back into the red. Hopefully, we can get that green dot on the 15-minute and get that money flow to cross back over into the green. Why is this something I'm going to be looking at? Well, very simply put, guys, we have that 4-hour green dot printing. Now, remember, the 4-hour green dot printing with the 15-minute money flow crossing over into the green is one of those Market Cipher B 116 strategies, and once you see that 15-minute money flow cross over into the green, a little lower probability in this choppy price action, but typically that is what gives us the idea that we could get that continuation to the upside. So if this money flow crosses into the green, maybe we'll see it during the stream tonight with that 4-hour green dot printing. That would make me, that would indicate to me, hopefully, that, I'm sorry, not the green dot on the 4-hour, and then the 15-minute money flow could cross back over into the green. If we can get that, right, I would anticipate the trend to locally continue to the upside, hopefully pushing us into our next target. And then if you flip that to support, we can look for that bigger rip up. But that's really just, I'll give you that's the lower time frame and the higher time frame. Lower time frame, I'm looking at this local volume profile. Very simply put, we come down to the low. This is where we're looking at price as somewhat undervalued. We get those entry confirmations, and then we look for that move back up to the POC. Once we hold up, as long as we hold above this value area low, the next likely place for price to go is going to be that POC of the range, understanding we also have the macro POC, and those are both sitting, right? Let me actually change this just so I know exactly what we're looking at here. Macro POC. And then that's from the bigger range, right? And then we also have our local POC sitting right here. Right, so I'll just label this one POC, regular POC, and I'll drag it into local, right? So, and then don't forget, you also have your anchored VWAP, right? So this is going to be that big zone that I'll be looking. Next big target sitting right here, and I'll give you guys like the clean kind of levels here. Bada boom, bada bing. Where are we at? There we go. So between 97.8 and 97.337. That is the next big level. Let me turn this red or purple for resistance. So yeah, hopefully if we can get that 4-hour 15-minute to play out, I will be looking for price to come up in here. If it breaks down, I'll probably stop out of that long. And if price action goes anything like it's been going in the recent past, we'll probably do something like this. It'll stop us out, and then we'll wiggle around, and then we'll just kind of continue going sideways, which is just going to be absolutely brutal. If it breaks down in a bigger way, technically our next major level is going to be sitting at the 786 at about 93.6. Now, am I interested in scalp positions here? Yes. Am I interested in this as a major position to get a huge rip to the upside? No. But generally, this is going to be the area, again, if we pull our fib from this wick low. Let me get this a little bit more accurate here. Come on. From wick to wick here. Come on. Come on, give me that wick. Give me that. Okay, I'll have to do it manually. So there you go, right? We're just bing-bonging around, just sticking to this golden pocket, right? We're just bing-bonging around, golden pocket POC, golden pocket POC. And to be honest, guys, sometimes the more times you tap these levels, the weaker they get, right? It's like the more times you punch a glass window, the weaker it's going to get, and the more likely it is to smash into a million pieces, and your hand's going to go right through that window. And then, if we keep banging on this, right, we could smash right through it. And technically, the next local level is going to be that 786. And if we are looking at this as a, God, to be honest, guys, like this is just so nasty, right? Like really what you want to see here is a tap of the golden pocket and a snap to the upside, or a snap to the 786 and a big rip to the upside. But we've just been stuck to this level. It's absolutely brutal. But if we do wind up breaking down below here, technically, the 786 sitting at about 93.5 is going to be the next key level of resist or support, right? And I will say this: if we take a look at the, let me see here. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me just pull up some liquidation levels here really quickly. Bada boom. And let me come into chat real quick, see what you guys are saying. Because maybe you guys see something. Where the heck did chat go? Chat is gone, guys. Chat is absolutely gone. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Shout out to Alexander G. Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Any shot you could look at Griffin for me, pretty please. Shout out to Major Benefits. There are some major benefits to me looking at that for you. I'm just kidding. Yes, we're going to take a look at the altcoins today, guys. Longing forever. Shout out to Kodan. I don't know how to say that, but shout out to you, bro. But yeah, we will take a look at the altcoins today, guys. Actually, what I want to do is I want to look at some new Ethereum levels with you guys, because there is another volume profile that I'm looking at on Ethereum that is lining up pretty nicely. So we will take a look at that. When will Tia wake up? We'll take a look at Tia as well. But let me just check in here, make sure I'm not missing anything. We're at 96K. Wake up. Let's see. K Diggity said they're bearish because they bought too late. Probably. Bearish sentiment in social media is getting to me. I'm getting weak. Shout out to Ishan. Yeah, shout out to Ishan. Listen, man, nobody can tell you guaranteed if this thing is going up or down. But in my personal opinion, I can only share with you what I'm doing, right? And obviously, we have a pretty decent track record here. We go live every single day, so all my calls are public, all my TA is public. I genuinely don't think this is over just yet, but that does not mean, as I was saying, not yesterday, but the day before, it doesn't mean that we can't endure a little bit more pain before we finally see this stuff start to take back off. So it is hard, right? Like I know everyone's in a different situation. If people were buying altcoins when, Bitcoin was, if people are buying, for example, I know this is not an altcoin, but let's just say like you're buying altcoins at the top, right? And then everything crashes down. Unfortunately, that's just like a bad situation that a lot of people are in, more because of where they bought in at, right? And I'm not going to stick on this for very long. I tell the famous story of like a lot of my friends and family love XRP, and a lot of them bought it up here. They got really scared. They sold it down here, and then they bought it again up here. They sold it down here, right? So, if you're buying up at the tops, you just put yourself in a really, really risky situation. And that's why I preach and scream from the top of my lungs and try to tell the mafia, because I want you guys to be prepared. I don't want you guys to fall into these like new crypto. When you get to crypto, I don't want you to make these like very, very easy beginner mistakes to make. That's why I always tell people you do not want to buy into an asset that is screaming to the upside. I know it sounds counterintuitive, and at the end of the day, you could buy into something that is absolutely ripping to the upside, and you can catch a second rip to the upside, a third rip to the upside, and sometimes you can make money. But in general, when you have to have a longer term plan. And Ishan, I'm not talking to you directly. I'm just saying in general. You have to have a longer term plan with your crypto, right? A lot of the people who are leaving right now are people who are here for a quick buck. They came in after everything was ripping to the upside. They bought in at the top, and of course, they're going to be in massive drawdown, right? But you have to don't miss the forest for the trees, right? That is a lot of what is causing this massive panic, or not massive panic, but like this, like really why a lot of people are really bearish on social media. And I will say this. Oftentimes, guys, when you start to see that, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but a lot of times when you see that, it is, here's the thing, right? All it takes is one pump. If Bitcoin goes to 102K tomorrow, everyone's going to flip, right? Everyone's going to come out of the woodworks. We're so back. Everything's going up. When alt season. But at the end of the day, guys, this is a very, very irrationally emotional market, right? So it's just like if we dump lower tomorrow, they're going to be like, oh my God, it's a bear market. You're an idiot if you think it's going up. And then if we bounce hard from there the next day, everyone's a bull. So really try to take the social media sentiment with a grain of salt, right? And like I said, typically when I see people like, I'm out, guys. I'm selling. I sold all my bags yesterday. I'm out. Have fun. I wish you guys the best. That's usually a pretty good sign in my opinion. Doesn't mean we can't dump. Absolutely not. We totally could. But again, me personally, with the way I'm positioned in the market, like I'm totally ready to endure a drop potentially down to these lower levels around 87 to 85K. And I'm totally prepared for that, right? Maybe we'll touch on that a little bit, but yeah, hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully, that I don't want to scare. I'm not saying we're definitely going to get more downside, but you have to be prepared for this stuff. Otherwise, you're just going to get spooked out of the market. You're never going to make money. You have to have a long-term outlook for sure. Let's see. 96K is my new least favorite number. Shout out to CJ. Me too, dude. I'll be honest. I hate this. This is like almost worse, especially for me as a trader, as a content creator. Now, as a trader, we love sideways ranges. But as a trader, we don't love these sideways ranges. Now, again, there's scalps to be had in here. If you know how to read the price action, you can catch these trades, obviously. But this is just gross, right? Like, this isn't like really nice trading, in my opinion, right? Like, we like to see much cleaner ranges. But let me see here. Let me come on down to the current chat. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Dan Ludwig. Said, I bought pretty early, and I'm still at break even. Took a little profit, but round trip most things. Yeah, shout out to Dan Ludwig. I mean, that's my thing too, right? Like, if I pull up something like, say, Polkadot, right? Where's it at? Where's Dot? Am I tripping? There it is. No, it's Doge. Am I losing my mind? Where's Polkadot? There it is. So, like for Polkadot, right? Like I bought a lot of my Polkadot in this sideways range, right? I zoom out a little bit, right? I bought a lot of my Polkadot in here, and then we drop down back below the range. I'm pretty close to break even on my Polkadot. I'm not really down that much on my Polkadot. But, like, here's the thing, right? Like, when I buy up in here, like I don't care about going back down to the bottom of the range. I don't care about hanging out down here. And so like I just don't want anyone to think like I only buy bottoms and I'm always in profit, right? Like I'm down a little bit here on my Polkadot. I'm down a decent bit on my TIA here. I bought inside this accumulation range, right? I probably have about an even entry in the middle of the range, right? So, but I'm down 42% on my TIA, right? Like, does that mean that I'm like panic selling this and I think the bull market's over? Absolutely not, right? Like, this market is super, super volatile. And again, all it takes is one more pump. Always remember this, guys. The retail, the stuff you're seeing on social media, everybody getting like super bearish, I get it, right? Like, the altcoins are absolutely crushed. However, you have to be prepared for this stuff, right? It's a super, super volatile market. And like when I buy here, like this is down 42%. Like, sure, I don't love that, right? But like, I just know it's part of the game, right? Like, I just don't look at my portfolio, right? Like, I just know like, hey, my altcoins are crushed. Like, it's not exciting to check it. I know they're down. But when you have a longer term outlook, it's much, when you have a plan, right? A longer term outlook, it's much, much easier to be able to hold on to this stuff, right? And again, could I hold T until it goes to zero and crypto never comes back and I lose all my investment? Like, maybe, right? But like, I'll cross that bridge when things really start to get alarming. But just keep that in mind, right? Like, again, like I can't say this enough. The second we get a pump to the upside, guys, all that sentiment's going to flip, right? So when you feel down, just understand all it takes is one pump and everybody's like, oh my God, we're ripping to the upside. And the hilarious part about it is if we pull up to 100K or 102K, right? Not only is everyone going to be super bullish, but if I see bearish signs up here, even though everyone's super bullish, I'm still going to remain with my bias of potentially putting in lower highs and continuing to the downside, right? Because I only pay attention to the charts. I don't care what people say on social media. It doesn't matter, right? Like, they don't run the market. They don't control the market. Regardless of what they might tell you, they think they know exactly what's going to happen. Nobody does, right? But I do want to continue on here. Yeah, 4 hour, 15 minute. We'll see if that can continue us up locally. Other than that, one other thing I'm going to be looking at, guys, and this is also popping up on a lot of the altcoins. And like I said, I'm not necessarily expecting like a bottom tick on the altcoins. Like, this is the bottom. We're going to yeet off to higher prices right this second. But one thing I will be watching. Now, again, money flow on the 2-day. Remember, money flow indicates a longer term trend all the time. So you have to keep that in mind. But once you print this green dot on the 2-day, I will say, guys, when we start seeing the 2-day green dot printing, if we can finally get our 4-hour money flow crossover into the green and that 3-hour money flow to either cross into the green or remain in the green, this is a market cipher B116 strategy on a much higher time frame. I'm just saying, if we can get that green dot on the 2-day and see that 3 and 4-hour money flow crossover into the green, at this point we'd probably be watching for the 4-hour. That could be the thing to send us up to 102K. And just like when you see the altcoins dump or Bitcoin going down, right? I don't call for a bear market immediately like a lot of other people do. I stick to the TA. But just like that, if we get that 2-day green dot, the 4-hour money flow comes up and we shoot up to 102K, I'm not just instantly going to be calling for all-time highs. I will say this, though. If we break $103,000 and we're able to hold above that level, I think there is a good chance that we could start attacking new all-time highs. But this would, again, be going against the money flow on the daily. This would be going against a lot of our TA, right? And I don't necessarily like to trade against the TA ever, right? Doesn't mean that it can't fake out and the TA will be wrong. Hopefully in this case it is, and we just come back to the upside. But this money flow on the daily is still going to be the major thing that I'm looking at for a potential continuation to the downside. Until this really starts faking out into the green, or the 16 and 12-hour money flow might be an early signal. And like even here, guys, like last night I'm looking at this, like we have a bull div into the golden pocket on the 16-hour. Money flow was starting to cross over into the green, and we just get stuck there, right? So again, like I am sitting on my hands more than I ever do, almost, right? Like this is like the most out of the market as far as day trades I have been in quite some time. And the reason for it is because this is just nasty price action. I already got stopped out of 2 trades. It's like, there's no reason, in my opinion, to be forcing trades down here, even though we did take a scalp long. And it's okay to take those trades as long as you understand that they're lower probability. Let's see. Shout out to Masso, said, you can't go against the TA. They're watching you. Shout out to Masso. Absolutely, bro. Shout out to Erica, says, bah! Shout out to Erica. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to K Diggity. We're not sheep around here. We're goats, right? We don't listen to the herd. If anything, we counter trade the herd. And that's kind of like, to be honest, guys, like that is the basic strategy that I use, right? Like my overall strategy is essentially counter trading retail, right? Every time we come above these levels, people are screaming for all-time highs. And it's not that we are never looking for all-time highs when we break out, right? We are, right? But we just don't go, that's it, guys, we're breaking out of the range, all-time highs. Typically, we're like, okay, we got above here, but we are seeing some short signals. Let's take a short and then take profit and move our stop loss to break even. If it stops us out and we go to all-time highs, great. We'll probably catch a long. And if it's not and it's the top, we can catch that short all the way back down to the bottom of the range. Everyone gets bullish here. We're looking for shorts. Everyone gets bullish here. We're looking for shorts. We actually absolutely destroyed that range and just day trading it. But we get down below the range. We're looking for longs. Everyone's scared. 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 We're looking for longs, right? And it's like, that's how we, every time we come down here, people are like, it's over. Wrap it up, bear market. And we're just like, that's not how that works. And we just counter trade them. So keep that in mind. But let me come into the super chats. I did miss a couple of super chats here. Shout out to Jesse. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Said we make money either way. Stick around and learn now to learn how. Shout out to Jesse. Absolutely, bro. Shout out to Dan D. Thank you for getting that. Thank you for getting that. What is it called? Membership. Thank you for that, bro. Welcome to the muscle and welcome to the Candle Mafia. You can't leave now, bro. But don't worry, we're a friendly mafia. Let's see. Fast Easy Cash. Shout out to you, bro. Said, hey, Frankie, can you look at Mandy? It's by a doxed YouTuber and it's an AI agent of his wife. It's a pocket doctor. Very interesting. Thoughts on the chart, please? Yeah, we could try to take a look at that. Shout out to Fast Easy Money. We could try to take a look at that chart for you and let you know if it's going to be some Fast Easy Money or a rug pull. I'm just kidding. To be honest, I would not personally buy into any influencer meme coins. Literally, I've never seen that end in a good way. For anybody, unless like you just get out really early. That just like always winds up. It's like why I never shill like my own meme coins. Not that I have any, but if I ever like, it's why I don't create meme coins. Why I don't push meme coins, because it's just like, it never ends good, right? It just literally never ends good. But let's see. And I also like the fact that I don't shill any of that stuff, because it's like, I don't know, like shill a meme coin, like, who is that going to be most like, it's a community, guys. Like, I'm never going to sell. And then people are just like, it just never winds up being that. It's just always winds up being a nightmare. Let's see. What is it called? Mandy. I could try to see that. I'll see if I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a chart on it, but I will try. And we'll take a look at it for you, bro. But let's see here. Bada boom, bada bing. Thank you guys for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, shout out to Codon. Said, don't do it, Frankie. I am happy not doing it. Guys, I got to tell you something, right? I say this all the time, so I don't want to sound like a dead horse or I'm beating the dead horse or whatever, but I will just say this. I am I'm not interested in the fast money grab, right? I just know it's my biggest focus here. This is why I give so much of my education away for free, right? My genuine goal here is to help people make money. That is what fulfills me. That is why I like doing this. It doesn't. I don't care about the fast money grabs. Like, it would be so easy for us to create a meme coin, pump it up, and like, I don't know. It's just disingenuous. It's just I don't know. It's just not my thing. I care. Maybe I would get more ahead, right? Maybe I would get a little more ahead if I were more shilly and scammy, right? But I don't know. I wouldn't be happy living a life like that. I just wouldn't be. So yeah, I like to sleep soundly at night knowing that I'm doing something that's benefiting the world, not being some like crypto grifter. It just makes zero sense to me. So yeah, I would never do that. Let's see. And I don't know. It's like, it kind of stinks too, right? Because it would be really cool to like start a meme coin, like as a community thing, because it's like so many cool things you could do with it, but like I would just never do it because of like the bad names that other people give it, right? Like, dang, people have to ruin everything. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, I would never do that. That's why I respect you, sir. Shout out to Dawn. Yeah, like that's why I never come up here and like tell you guys I know exactly what's going to happen, and that's why we're right most of the time, right? Because we actually understand how the market goes, right? We understand how market moves. We understand why the market moves. We understand the TA to a very advanced level, and we understand that there's price could go up or down. Anyone who ever like, that actually hasn't happened in a while, but a lot of times people will come in and they'll be like, "You're just saying it could go up or go down," and like they think they got you, right? They're like, you said it could go up or down. You're just covering yourself, so you're right either way. And it's like, I did say it would go up or down 100%. And we actually deal with it a lot less than I used to see on other people's stuff. Like, usually, like, it's a big thing that people say, like new people say that don't know how it works, right? But I'm just like, yes, that's exactly what I said. It could go up or down. Like, I could come up here and guys, it's either going to do this or this, right? But it's not just trying to gamble on that, right? We try to find the higher probability outcome. We manage our risk accordingly, and that's how we're able to catch these moves, right? And a lot of it has to do with patience. Like, if this, then that statement, I will wait for a move down here, look for these specific confirmations to take along back to the upside. And part of the reason that we're right most of the time is because we actually understand. I don't just try to like gamble so I can hit it big, get lucky one time and be like, oh, I called it, right? Like, we're just right more often than not because we understand what we're doing. And we don't just, I don't know. It would be so cool. It would be so cool to have a meme coin, but I'll just never do it. And if I ever did do it, which won't happen, but if I ever did, it's like, it kind of stinks because you could make a meme coin and it could be really cool for the community. And honestly, I would make a meme coin and like pump it and just like let people dump on me as like a giveaway. Be like, let's pump Bing Bong token. By the way, if you guys ever see a meme coin that has anything to do with my brand, I have nothing to do with it. I will never promote it. Do not buy it. It's a scam. But if we did, it would be so cool. I could pump it. I would lose money and just like help the mafia make money. And I know a lot of other people say that, but then they just wind up rugging. I just actually wouldn't rug it, but oh man, dump all over me. Shout out to Gold Belly. Hey yo. But anyway, let's see. Hey, shout out to Bullish Sauce for gifting those memberships. I appreciate you, bro. Let's get it. Gifting those Frankie Candles memberships. And shout out to Simo said, I would love a membership. It looks like you got one, bro. So welcome in. I don't know if you just got that or if you've had it, but shout out to you, man. You are 100% a member. I see your green name in all green there. Let's see. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Frankie going to the moon. Shout out to Gordon. Yeah, I bit Frank. Oh God, yeah. Bravo, Frankie. Glad to learn of your ethics. Call a spade a spade. Meme coin is gambling. Yeah, 100%. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with gambling. And you can make some money on meme coins, but 99% of people lose their money. It's gambling. Yeah, Hawk to a coin to the moon. Shout out to Gordo or Gordon. I call him Gordo. We're close. But anyway, guys, let's continue on here. By the way, Bing Bong token incoming. I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, let's continue on. Let's see. Bullish Sauce, 5 gifted memberships, and he himself got one of them. What the heck? Yo, Bullish Sauce, that's crazy. I didn't even know that was possible. That's like probably 1 in a million chances. But anyway, let's see. Yo, make a Frankie chair meme coin. That'd be hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. I want to take a look at Ethereum. Again, guys, I think like Bitcoin's pretty clear, right? Like if you're not worried about the local range, the local scalps that I was just talking about, which if you missed those levels, scrub back. I'm simply waiting, guys. Bigger level at 102 to 103K. Bigger level down here, 92. I would call it between $92,000 and $90,000. Now, just again, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but I will just say, if we do wind up losing these range lows, this is where it gets a little dicey. Let me pull up some of these dailies real quick. right? We have this daily at 87.3. That's going to be a big level to watch. And then underneath that, 85.2. These are two gigantic levels to look at. If we do come down here and we do not just fake out the range low with bullish confirmations for a move back up to the range high, that would be beautiful. But again, I'll be honest, guys, like there's not much down here. I like to find an area of high confluence, meaning there are many, many levels in one spot, right? If you don't know what confluence is, that's what that means, right? And to be honest, if we pull up all our daily naked points of controls, all these levels are all confluent with the resistance, right? Not the support. There's not a lot of confluent support below. So again, we come on down to the range low. Just naturally, I will be looking for longs down here. We have some setups in the premium Discord that we'll be looking for with specific confirmations of what we'll be looking for. However, we start losing these range lows, right? Like if we don't bounce off this daily, like this is where 80, 85, like this is where things get a little dicey. We have a lot of liquidations down here. We start pushing into this range. We may be able to shoot down to that golden pocket between $82,000 and $80,000. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But just to have you guys, I want you guys to have these on your chart in case we do get the drop down. I want you guys to know that they're there, right? 87,347 and 85,212. These are down here. They are levels, and they are important, right? So yeah. Keep that in mind. But I do want to take a look at Ethereum, guys. I want to jump over to Ethereum really quickly. Shout out to Cryptoholic. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, TA on TARS AI. Bing bong. Shout out to Cryptoholic. Let me go ahead and TA on TARS AI. I will try to write that down. We're going to try to get to a lot of these altcoins. What is it, TARS? I'll try to get to as many of these as I can. I appreciate the super chats. I do want to remind you guys, you do not have to super chat your altcoins for us to look at them. So please just understand that if we don't get a chance, I don't want people spending money and then we don't get a chance to look at them. But I will try to get these. I will try to get to look at all these. But yeah, let me go ahead and jump in on Ethereum here, guys, because we do have some new levels on Ethereum, and by new levels, I don't really mean new. I really just mean previous volume profiles. So on Ethereum, guys, obviously the bearish case here is that we come fill the wick, right? This wick ends, this bottom of the wick at about, $2,000. We have liquidity sitting at about 2K. So, the bearish case would be that we come down, fill that wick. And I do think, right, if we did come down there, where am I? We do have two very important levels down at that wick, right? Now, overall, we're in our macro bull market volume profile when pulled from the 2021 bull market, right? This range up here. We got above that level. This is that, pretty much that area that once you get above this is where you're looking for that full fill of the range and the monumental run on Ethereum. We did wind up getting that all the way to the value area high. Deviate, you get to move back down. Deviate again, move back down. Acceptance into the range. Drop down to the value area low. Front ran that value area low just slightly. Not once, not twice, but thrice. We front ran that value area low. We do have a little bit of liquidity sitting down here. We do have it on the heat map. I'm not going to spend the time to pull it up, but it is there. I do want to save a little bit of time here. But not only do we have that value area low, guys, but we also have a monthly naked point of control sitting down here. So in the bearish case, right, we would be looking at this as, hey, we deviated above the high. This is the area where you want to be looking for short positions. You get accepted, can't break out of the value area high. You get accepted back into the range. Next likely place for price to go is going to be that POC. And then you lose that POC, you look to go to the value area low. We front ran that value area low slightly, but if we're going to fill that wick, it could make sense to get that drop down. And I'm going to show you guys the bullish case as well, right? This is the more bearish case. If we do fill that wick, I would love to see a little deviation below that value area low, physically tap it, and come into that monthly naked point of control. This monthly naked point of control is absolutely huge, especially with the confluence, with the liquidity, and our value area low. This is a big zone, right? So we do fill that wick. We get some scary drops to the downside. I'll be honest, guys. If we get that big drop down, again, a lot of people are going to be super bearish. A lot of people are going to be super scared. It's going to be hard for me, as horrible as the narrative on Ethereum right now is. Oh my God, it's old, it's expensive. But I'll be honest with you guys. The ETH ETF, right? There's so many reasons that, I do still think it's very unlikely that Ethereum is going to not make a new all-time high this cycle. So if we come down here, it's going to be, and I already hold a bunch of ETH. It's going to be really hard for me to come down here and not buy more ETH. And also pick up other altcoins. I don't know if we're guaranteed to get this drop down. We have our daily money flow in the red. Our 2-day green dot is confirmed, but look at that money flow on the 2-day. Technically, this money flow would call for a much bigger drop to the downside, or at least a continuation of this overall downtrend. So based off the 2-day here, like look at the last time we got that 2-day money flow crossover, right? What happened? lower highs, lower lows, right? This is exact perfect way to kind of exemplify how we use this money flow, right? Money flow is about to cross over into the red. You want to be very careful with the pumps and look for lower highs and lower lows to come in. So if we did see something like that, because those signs do oftentimes point to that, this is a big zone to look at. This is sitting between 2,100 and 2,034. I have a very hard time not buying ETH down here or loading up some extra bags on the altcoins, because if that does happen, bet your bottom dollar, all the altcoins are going to feel that pain. How do I look at that, right? I look at that as an opportunity, right? So take that for what it's worth. That is the bearish case. Now, there is also a bullish case here. Now, with that thesis of the money flow coming out on the 2-day, I would be looking for lower highs and lower lows, right? So just keep that in mind. Hopefully we don't have to see that. Hopefully this money flow fakes back out into the green and we could just yoink out into higher prices. I hope that's the case. But if we look at the local kind of scenario that we have going on here, pull up two levels or two zones. Our key volume profile pulled from up here in 2024, right? Major range. This held up perfectly. We got above it, flipped the low, right to the POC, right to the high, deviation, back in, rejection, back to the low, right? But if we also pull up our local range here, and actually it's not this one. I want to pull up the May. This is pulled from May of 2022, all the way back here. It's actually February, March of 2022. This range is very interesting in my opinion. Why is that? Well, number one, if you look at this, if we're going to get, right, let's say Bitcoin does pump up to 102K, obviously Ethereum is probably going to follow suit. And if we look at this, right, we have our value area low here. Let me go ahead and pull it up. We have a value area low here sitting at about 25.27, and I actually did pull this up on, I believe, these levels do move, bada boom. Hang on, let me hide some of this stuff here real quick. Actually, I'll keep that. I'll hide the monthly. Hide the spider line. Spider line is what we're rejecting right now. Unfortunately, we did try to get above it, got the rejection. But the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is let me hide the spider lines real quick, right? We come down to that value area low. If we get a continuation to the upside, if Bitcoin rips up to 102K and Ethereum does follow suit, this actually doesn't look too bad for a local bottom, right? And hopefully the overall bottom. Hopefully we just come out of here. But again, that 2-day money flow is something that you want to keep an eye on. So let's just say we come down, tap that value area low. This actually doesn't look too bad. If we were able to get a push to the upside, I would be looking in terms of this local volume profile. We have the value area low, and let me just zoom out over here real quick. I don't know what the heck is, I think these are two separate ranges. Are these? Yeah, why do I have, whoops. Yeah, why am I don't know why there's two separate ranges here. Let me just make sure I have the right, pull up a daily here real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. Value area high, POC, value area low. I don't even know what that is. So there was two ranges there. So now that's fixed. So yeah, we come down to the value area low. If we get a bounce here, right, this is key support, right? So we get a bounce here. If we do continue up, this is where we could kind of start looking for that lower high to come in, because if that 2-day is going to be accurate in predicting a potential continuation down, I'd be looking in terms of this volume profile. So just like I'm looking for the potential for Bitcoin to potentially move up to 102K, I think that could potentially send Ethereum up here closer to about $3,000, where we have a daily naked point of control. And then we also have some other additional levels up here with the value area high sitting at about 3166. Get above that. We have two daily naked point of controls coming in at about 3267 all the way up to 3357. So if we look at this, right, and we turn on our current range, you can see this is actually confluent with our 786 Fibonacci retracement. So let me actually just hide the current range. I'm going to pull that same fib here, right? So this is probably going to be the context that I'm looking at on Ethereum moving forward, right? Because come on, give me that dang brush. Give me that brush. Come on. Give me the dang brush. There we go. So if we do continue up here, guys, we hit the value area low. We get the push up into the golden pocket, confluent with that daily naked point of control. If we get above that, this is really, really nice context, because I'm going to show you the other way that I'm looking at this, because if we look at this, value area low, where's the next likely place for price to go? Well, the POC is probably going to be next. We know that POC is sitting up here towards that value area high. We have to understand that there is a daily naked point of control and a Fibonacci level here, so that would be like an honorable mention level. So if we do continue up, I would be looking for price to push into the golden pocket daily naked point of control at about $29.76, right? Very close to $3,000. What else is sitting at about $3,000? Very simply put, our current range, value area low. And you know that golden pocket this has been a level we've been looking at on the live stream as Ethereum's been going sideways forever. This is the next target to the upside, which also lines up with the local volume profile. That would if we were just looking at things in terms of our local volume profile, the next target would be this golden pocket daily naked point of control, right? So the two major areas that I've been looking at for if Ethereum gets a pump that I would be looking at for shorts, or at least looking at them as key levels of resistance, is the golden pocket value area low, and then the 786 retracement sitting at 3152 with our daily naked point of control, daily horizontal, and another daily naked point of control sitting above. This is a huge area of resistance. Key level number 1 right here, key level number 2 starting at the 786 and then kind of coming up here as well, right? This is a big zone of resistance. And why is that, right? Well, number 1, obviously we have the 786, right? Local 786, but you have the daily naked points controls right above that. So if I hide the current range, you can see how nicely this lines up with our idea of this value area. So if we get above that golden pocket daily naked point of control, very simply put, where's the next place for price to go, right? This could just be the journey to that POC and the value area high. If we deviate above this value area high, we have key resistance above. And in my opinion, this could be an area to look for that lower high, because remember, the 2-day money flow is about to cross over into the red. So if we get a push up locally and that money flow is still coming out, VWAP's rolling over, we got bearish signals up here, you could potentially get that short set up to get the bigger drop down to potentially fill that wick to the downside. But obviously, we'd look at it in the context of this range first, right? But if it winds up playing out a bigger way, filling this wick, you're in a short from the top, right? So these are the levels I'm going to be looking at and the new context that I'm going to start looking at on Ethereum, right? So key resistance number 1. And again, it's really the same levels, just a better context because we get to look at it in terms of the volume profile. Level number 1, golden pocket daily naked point of control between 29.85. I would call it 3,000 and 29.34. Get above that. POC value area high 786 at about sitting between 3,100 and 3,184. And then if we deviate above, you have this backup resistance. That would be beautiful. If we can get that move up, guys, and we come into that 786, deviate with beautiful bearish confirmations, that's a no-brainer, in my opinion, to look for a move back down. And again, you have to look at this in terms of, reassess the situation once you get up there. Maybe it's more likely to flip, back to the upside. But until we see that money flow on the daily and the 2-day turn back around, that would kind of be what I'm looking at, right? And again, it's the same levels we were looking at. I'm going to grab this and drop it all in here. It's the same levels that we're looking at recently, right? I actually took this purple box off, I think. Right, like these levels are have always been the resistance levels that we were looking at, but it's hard for me, right? Because I don't really like shorting in the middle of a range, right? Because once you come back down, you have key support, which you do have to keep in mind. But this is just a much cleaner way to look at it, in my opinion. Much cleaner way to look at it, in my opinion. So that's what I'll be looking at. And again, we did tap that value area low. It's not perfectly drawn here, so it looks like we front ran it. But we'll see if we could continue up, hold above that value area low, right? Be looking for a move here and a move here. And these would be big areas to be looking for those lower highs to come in. And let me just pull this real quick. Yeah, and you can see right at the top of that last golden daily naked point of control is your overall golden pocket pulled from the high here all the way to the low. And that is going to be a huge area to look for a macro lower high. If that 2-day money flow is going to cross over into the red, if this is going to play out textbook and we're going to get that money flow to cross over into the red, and it is indeed going to give us a continuation to the downside to fill this wick. And again, we could fill it right now, right? I don't want to say this is the only option, but I will say that golden pocket sitting up here, that would be a high probability area to potentially put in that lower high before continuing to the downside. So take that for what it's worth. Much cleaner way to look at Ethereum, in my opinion. So that's what I'll be looking at. Again, 2-day looks pretty nasty here. We have the green dot confirmed. Didn't really give us that big of a move up just yet. But if we take a look at the 4-hour, remember that 2-day green dot, if this 4-hour green dot prints in that money flow on the 4-hour, 2-day green dot with the 4-hour money flow crossover and the 3-hour money flow crossover could indicate that the trend is going to continue up. So hopefully that happens. If not, we can look down to those lower levels. But if we get to move up first, be prepared with these levels on your chart because I will be looking for shorts at these levels. So there you go. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Shout out to Rag Capital said I got stopped out today and then BTC ran. Oh God, shout out to Rag, man. I feel your pain. That actually happened to me recently as well. And Rag's still in the premium Discord. I mean, you were there when I got where was it? It was somewhere in here. I got stop hunted like a noob, man. It's crazy. I was like kind of embarrassed. I don't remember exactly where I think it happened right here. Right? I got stop hunted, man. I think I went long here and then got stop hunted and then it just ran to our target. And I was like, "Oh my god, I haven't gotten stung like that in a while, man." It's a different kind of sting when you have a trade set up and it just plays out in your favor. And it's really embarrassing, right? Because a lot of my strategy is like trading swing failure patterns, or trading liquidity grabs, or trading stop hunts. And that's the first time I've gotten stop hunted that obviously in a long time. So I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain, Rag. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take a look at Sheeb. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on Ethereum. And again, guys, Ethereum's likely going to control a lot of the other altcoins. So just check in here on the daily. It's 12-hour, 16-hour. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, it's like still pretty chopped up, but it's not as chopped up. It's a little clearer today than it has been the past few days. Shout out to Ishan, said, what is the equivalent of push-ups for traders to get better at trading other than backtesting? Shout out to Ishan. I'll be honest, you got me there, bro. I was going to say, like, really push-ups for traders is bar replay mode and backtesting. I would say other than that, like, really get out there and trade, right? You don't have to load up your account with like your life savings. I would never tell you to do that. Load it up with an amount of money. Think about what you would pay for a trading class, right? And as long as you're learning and you have like a good foundation, if you've been watching the videos, if you're in the Discord and you have a good foundation of what you're looking for, think to yourself, hey, if you haven't loaded up a real account just yet, say, hey, and I don't know what the number is for you. Maybe it's $20, $100, $1,000, whatever it is. Just be like, hey, I'm going to throw $200 in the account, and I'm going to assume that I'm paying $200 to learn. And just look at it that way, right? Don't put that $200 in to try to grow it to $1 million, right? Put it in there and say, I'm going to try to grow this, but I'm using this knowing I'm going to put it into a vending machine, just saying like, hey, this is like my tuition. I'm going to pay the teacher $200, which is the market, $200 to learn. If I lose this, I paid for the education. So especially if you've been back testing and you want to take it up a notch, you start messing around with some real money. And again, don't load it up with your life savings. Don't try to make $1 million. It's not going to happen, right? That you have to put in the work, and very likely you're going to have to pay that market tuition. But those lessons, right, that money that you pay the market is going to wind up paying you out tenfold if you can stick with it and become profitable. It's the best decision you'll ever make, right? And you might have to load up that machine. You might have to pay your tuition a few times, 10 times. For me, I was a bad student. I was just feeding them. I was just paying my school. I was just paying my tuition and blowing it up, and I wasn't even trying to learn. I was just trying to gamble. So just don't be that person, right? Don't worry about the turning that $200 into $1,000 or trying to flip that $200 into get rich overnight. It's never going to work. I promise you that. You can get rich trading, and sometimes you can get lucky and make a lot of money really fast, but that is not how you make money in the long term. You're like 99% more likely to lose all your money. So just keep that in mind, and look for the percentages. Try if you're up 50%, right? If you just pay attention to the actual percentages. Don't focus on making money yet. Right? It's like one of the biggest mistakes. People get into trading and they're like, I'm going to learn how to day trade, and in a month I'll be able to like make a ton of money. You have to be willing to dedicate time to not only learn, but make mistakes and lose money, and understand that it is part of the process. You have to dedicate that amount of money that you're willing to lose. It's just like school. A lot of people will spend $50,000 to $100,000 to go to college, to come out of college, and I'm in this camp, right? Like, you come out of college, you pay all this money, and a lot of people don't even get jobs that are able to help them, that allow them to pay off that loan, right? They're just like a slave to that loan for the rest of their life. But if you think of it that way, you could pay what you want to pay to the market as tuition for your college, right? And then this is a high income skill that has zero salary cap. Zero. You can make as much money as you want, and you can also lose money. But it's zero salary cap, and it's a high income skill that you could do from anywhere in the world. You're not tied to a location. You're not tied to a boss. You could take time off if you want. And it's just it's funny. It's like I even had to think of that too. It's like, I paid all this money to go to college, and like, didn't really do much for me, right? It's kind of like I kind of feel like I got scammed in college. And then like I'd get mad when I lost $100 on the market, and then I started looking at it in that way where I'm like, hey, I'm just paying this for education. And now I have this high income skill that it makes me way more money than I would have ever dreamed of making in the job that I had. So think of it that way, and just I know it sounds counterintuitive. If you want to get into trading and you want to change your life and replace your full-time job in the next year, 2 years, 6 months, everyone's a little bit different. It really depends mostly on your emotional intelligence and your social, maybe not emotional intelligence, but like your emotional discipline and your like dedication, like it really has a lot more to do with the person. Like certain people are just a little better at trading, right? Like super emotional people who are prone to like really love to gamble and those people tend to take longer, right? It took me a lot longer to learn than most people. So just keep that in mind. But it is the most rewarding thing, and you just have to understand, like, the faster you understand that you can't just put $200 into account and get rich overnight, and you accept that, and it excites you because you understand that really good things in life don't come easy, right? And if trading was just a get-rich-quick scheme, it's going to be too good to be true. So it should motivate you that this is an actual skill that you can learn. So there you go. Don't chase the money, ever. If you chase the money, it will run from you. Get into the market and focus on mastering the skill of TA. You can always make money. You can always increase your capital. By the way, someone asked me about how I feel about prop firms. I personally don't use prop firms. I never really used a prop firm. It wasn't as big of an industry when I was starting to learn, but they wanted my opinion on it. My opinion on, we could take a look at Farcoin, no problem. Shout out to, I do not know how to say that name. Shanais? Shout out to you, bro. We'll take a look at Farcoin. But I think I'm kind of mad that prop firms weren't a thing when I was first starting out. I think prop firms are great as long as it's like a trusted prop firm that'll actually give you a payout, because I think a lot of them are really scammy. Again, I don't have a lot of experience with them, but I think it's an amazing tool, right, for traders who don't have a lot of capital. Now, I will say this. I would not recommend just buying prop firm challenges before you're actually consistently profitable. You're going to wind up just losing a ton of money. But I think it's a good tool. This is what I say. Throw a small amount of money in your account. Practice the TA. You might only be making $3 profit on a trade, but if that $3 in profit is if you have a $100 account and you're making $3 profit, that is a 3% gain on your overall account. That is good. That is very, very good. Just because the $3 is not going to change your life does not mean that you're not making good trades. So throw some money in an account, learn, master the art of trading and the skill of trading, risk management, emotional discipline, taking profits, setting your stop losses, all that good stuff. Run through the YouTube channel, watch all the tutorials, get in the Discord, talk to other people who are doing this, become consistently profitable. Do not chase the money and then go chase. You could always chase more capital, whether it's finally taking your own money and loading up an account with a significant amount of money on a live account, or if it's getting consistently profitable and then buying a funded challenge, right? And then knowing that you're probably going to pass it because, hey, I've been profitable for the past 3 months. I could probably buy this funded account, pass the challenge, and then I'll get access to more capital. You could always increase the capital. Do not put your life savings in a trading account and think you're going to get rich overnight. You're going to lose all your money. I promise you that. Please, I do not want that to happen to anybody in the mafia. So that's how I recommend do it. Don't chase the money. Chase the skill, and the money will follow. You could always chase the skill, and then seek more capital, whether it's a funded account or just put your own money in. So there you go. Absolutely true. Really important. Losses were the price of learning. Yeah, shout out to PrayFam. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Shout out to Warpaint said, all right, Frankie, stop yelling at me. No, it's okay, guys. Listen, like I said, I made all the mistakes a beginner trader makes in a characteristic way. Like a caricature of the worst trader when I started. I was revenge trading and chasing and not using stop losses and watching price come to my stop loss and dragging my stop loss down. I was the picture perfect, horrible trader. The worst. I made more mistakes and lost more money and blew up more accounts than probably everybody in this chat right now combined. So don't worry. I've been there, and that's why I learn from my mistakes. Don't make my mistakes for nothing. Please learn from me. All right, let's see. All right, let's continue on. Let's take a look at Sheeb. A lot of people asking for Sheeb. Let's take a look at it. And also Fartcoin. I assume it's always funny. Like the meme coins are either like it's ripping while everything else is dumping or it's like at zero. We actually have a Fartcoin chart. Okay. So we'll come back to this, but I'll take a look at Sheeb first. And then we'll take a look at the requests. What else do we have? Mandy and Tars. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. Bada boom, bada bing. All right. Let's take a look here. All right, so this previous value area high is holding up. This is like, yeah. All right, this is this is a horrific range. Let me just pull some of these levels here for you guys. And that might have been the longest silence, the record-breaking silence on the live stream here, guys. I'm just trying to speed run this TA. Boom, boom, Boom. Man, really hope Bitcoin gets out of this range, man. It's just, this market's garbage. This doesn't even make for fun content, to be honest. Shout out to XRP Belgium, says only spot trade here. Hey, shout out to XRP Belgium. I would never try to talk you. If that's what you want to do, bro, and you're making money, that is what you should do. That is, I think that's a good idea. And even if you're starting to trade, like, before you starting, I separate my spot bags from my leverage trades, but hey, dollar cost averaging on spot, I separate all that, right? 90% of my money is in spot bags that I dollar cost averaged in on the bear market. I don't even really pay attention to those bags very much unless stuff really rips or really dumps. That's really the only time I look at those bags. And then my day trades are just a totally separate thing for me. That's my earned income, right? And then the long-term investments are like the passive income. I feel like, a lot of traders will try to talk, oh, that's stupid, man. You got to buy every top and sell every high, or buy every bottom and sell every top. Like, I'll never do that, man. It's just, I think more people lose money like that if you just try to shove it down their throat. So, I would agree with you there, brother. Let's see. Yeah, me too. It's boring AF. Yeah, it really is. This is 8 hour. Yeah, this value area high. To be honest with you guys, this is not it's not a great area to trade. Like, there's no trade to be had here for me personally, right? And I'll just give you the kind of direction I think we're going. You have your, what is this? This is your overall. Get rid of this. Like, you're holding this overall 7/8. It's already tapped. Let me see this real quick. Yeah, you're trying to hold on top of this 786. Like, you would hope, right? You slip it. Do you even have a weekly close above this? Yeah, you get the weekly, this like weekly candle. You really want to continue to stay above this on the weekly. Because if you were going to get a big move up, you would hope that 786 is the bottom. But with the way money flow, like that weekly money flow, green dot looking to print. Let's check the 2-day. 2-day green dot printed, but money flow coming out. I would be careful. This is definitely not a place where I would be looking for like a massive long. Like, it's not like it looks beautiful for a long. Doesn't mean you can't take off from here. To be honest, you have your 2021 bull market range, which is what this little mini range is pulled from. If we pull it like this, it's a little bit of a larger range. This is what we were looking at when everything was kind of skyrocketing. We looked at this overall range. We said, hey, if you impulse out of here, you're probably going to come into this value area, previous value area, Once you get above here, you could look to go to the POC, get above the POC, go to the value area high. Once you reject the high, that's where you go back down to the POC, go back down to the value area low. You have that macro value area, and right now I'm just looking at this as a little bit more of like a mini value area pulled from here, right? Because it's just a little bit more relevant at this time. Right now, like your key levels below, definitely the value area high at 1253. If you get another, if you go to fill this wick, at that point, you're kind of at risk of coming back down into this range and potentially coming down to the low. I don't want to say this is impossible. If Bitcoin goes down to 80K, I definitely see a situation where, Bitcoin at 80K is definitely, in my opinion, Sheeb messing around in here. Unless it's a situation where Bitcoin starts to drop with Bitcoin dominance and the alts are ripping, I would say Bitcoin loses its macro range and we see the more bearish case play out. Sheeb's probably playing around in here. Money flow crossing into the red here on the 2-day. It's definitely not the best chart, in my opinion. And then, if we get a move to the upside, your key level of resistance, 2 major key levels of resistance, and I'll just pull this real quick. Like your 2 major key levels of resistance is going to be level number 1. they're pretty close, but it's pretty much going to be this value area low at about 1973. And then this value area low at about 2136. Once you get above these, you could open up to this POC at about 2460. Get above that, look for a move up to 2815. But right now, this is kind of no man's land. If I were to pull some more local levels, could look at something potentially like this. Right? This would be like if I were to pull up, this is on the 2-day. So if I pull this up on something like something like a 1 hour, right? You just rejected this value area low. So if you do get a move up locally, you would want to get above this value area low, flip it to support, get the push into the POC and the value area high. So locally, that's what I'd be looking at. Value area low at 1689, POC at 1886, and your value area high at 1932. Yeah, but for me, like I wouldn't be trading this, to be quite honest with you. This is just kind of wonked out. Now, let me get rid of all this actually. You could even potentially be starting another super, super, super macro range here, right? Like you have your highs, your lows, your highs, your lows. So, something like this. You could even look at this like this, right? It's actually a little bit cleaner in my opinion. So you deviate below your range. This is undervalued. This would have been a great place to accumulate before the move back into the range, back up to the POC, back up to the high, back to the POC, back to the low. So you are technically undervalued here, but I would just be careful, right? Because the way money flow is looking, in my own personal opinion, I'll give you these fresh levels. These are a little bit more updated. I'd be pretty careful. If you get a move to the upside and that high time frame money flow is not coming back up, I would be careful, right? Get rejected from this value area low. That could be the sign for the bigger move down off a local value area low at 1837. If you get the move back into the range, if that money flow is still coming out, I'd be careful around that POC golden pocket. So these are probably the levels I would like to look at. And again, you could pull this local range right here as well for like hyper local levels. But for the most part, this is kind of what I would look at. You do not want to lose 1253, and if you want a little bit more of a move up, 1837 is the level to break. So there you go. Yeah, and you could see like that POC is pretty confluent, actually. That POC is pretty confluent here with that value area low. So that's what I'd be looking at. That's what I'd be looking at on sheep. Kind of an ugly chart, to be honest. I'll be honest, like the way this daily looks, it kind of looks like you might want to, maybe print a red dot and put in a bull div on that POC. I'll just say that. But at that point, you're at risk of coming up and then getting accepted back in. But at that point, you accomplish two things, right? You come down, you fill the wick, you retest that POC, and then if you can get something like this with that daily bull div, that could look nice. That could look nice. But right now, there's not really a trade to be had on sheep, in my opinion. So there we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's come back in the chat here real quick. Yeah, shout out to Satoshi Stacker. We're gonna take a look at Farcoin next, but let me take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Actually, I was looking at this last night. So yeah, the argument here on Bitcoin dominance, guys, like I've been saying, right? We have this value area above. If we hold right now, we're holding on to this value area low. And let me actually label these. Let me label these levels real quick. Come up to the daily here. Let me label these real quick. Got your value area low. I don't know why I'm holding my hand up like this. Value POC. Everybody hands up. This is our new sign, guys. Hold up that hand. POC. I stand with the hand CandleMafia. What is this? What is this? Like my arm's just like stimming out here. That was weird. I can't take any more streams off, guys. I think I go insane. But there we go. Okay, so we have this previous value area. These are major levels I'd be watching on Bitcoin dominance, right? If we get another push up, this is the POC at 64.29, right? This is the level that we rejected. It is possible that we have come up, and a lot of times, right, sometimes price will come up, retest a major POC before finally getting another move down. So that could be a situation. That would be the most bullish situation, is that this was the top. We rejected that POC. We lose the value area low, and this thing starts dumping, and then altcoins get a big move up. However, until we lose this value area low, I would be careful, right? Because we really need to see. I would like to see daily and weekly candles close below this value area low. That would be a decent sign that you can get the drop to the downside. But as long as we're staying up here, the doorway to that POC and potentially the 786 at 66.21% is going to be open, right? And then, in my opinion, this would be a high probability area to see something like that happen. This was the macro golden pocket that we looked at for a potential move on the altcoins. This is where I was talking to the premium Discord about a lot of altcoins I was looking to buy, and almost all of those altcoins went on going to our targets and breaking those targets and going to new all-time highs. Not all of them, but most of them, right? And a lot of it was based off the fact that we were rejecting the golden pocket. We looked like we were going to get a dump here on the Bitcoin dominance. And that wound up, this is where everyone's calling for. And this is why you don't want to listen to the social sentiment and like just influencers saying this is altcoin season, right? Oh my God, is this altcoin season? It's like, and this is kind of I was in the camp of this is a altcoin season, right? It's not the altcoin season. The altcoin season is typically when we see everything, like everything is up. Like everything is up and to the right. It's insane. It feels like it's not real. Everyone's getting rich, right? This is not what that was. It was like it was like a altcoin season, right? So to see the altcoin season, in my opinion, if we do not lose this value area low and dump from here, I would say the next highest probability area for that to happen to look at is 66.19%. This is not fully accurate, right? 66.19 technically. I'm not, close enough. That's 786. It's because again, once you break above this golden pocket, if you break above this, where's the next likely place for price to go, right? I know we're looking at dominance here. But 786, right? So get above that POC, look at that 786. Hopefully we can dump from there. If we break above it, I'd look to this value area high at 69%. At that point, you're getting close to 70%. So, we'll play this as it develops. But right now, the level to watch right now is, 60.95% at this value area low. If we hold this, probably not going to be great for all coins. If we lose it, daily and weekly candle closures below this golden pocket and value area low would be a good sign. Also, could be watching the money flow as well, right? Because just like on a regular price chart, this money flow is pretty dang nice to look at, right? Once that daily money flow crossed over into the red, that was a big sign that altcoin dominance or Bitcoin dominance was going to absolutely dump, right? And that's what we want. You lose the value area low, money flow crosses into the red, boom, right? So I would actually, I'm actually going to set an alert here. I recommend you guys do the same. On market site for B. What am I doing? What do we want? Where is the dang market site for B? Am I tripping? No, we don't want a green dot. Blue wave crossing down. How do I set it on the money flow? I've done this before. Why is this not so obvious? Am I tripping? Where's the money flow wave? Crossing down. Oh, there we go. Market site for B. I guess you have to do that first. Money flow. So when money flow crosses down below the zero line, alt season alert. Boom. So we'll see what happens. That'd be our next best bet to hope for alt season. And I will say, guys, I did set a bear market warning. So we're going to get alerted when there might be a bear market incoming. But anyway, that's what I'd be looking at on Bitcoin dominance. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's see. Shout out to Warpaint says, Frankie has videos from beginning from scratch. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Warpaint, bro. Check out the beginner series, dude. I bring you from knowing not anything, right? Like not even knowing what TradingView is to pretty much knowing how to find and execute trades. So yeah, go check that. It's all 100% free. All right, let's see. Shout out to Pennywise. What is going on, Pennywise? Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Good to see you, bro. You changed your profile picture. I gotta stay on that. But you're always dropping the balloon, so that's how I identify you. Let's see. Take a look at the monthly. I guess on Bitcoin dominance is probably the case. Yeah, monthly green dot. I mean, this makes sense. Because again, right, if we let's say we come over to Ethereum, monthly red dot is printing, right? So this kind of makes sense to me. That we're seeing that monthly green dot on Bitcoin dominance. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see. Shout out to Major. I'm going to take a look at Mandy and TARS real quick. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to find a chart on this. Yeah. I got Mando. I don't think this is it, though. Is it Mandy or was it Mando? Let me double check. Yeah, Mandy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a chart on this, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, I assume if it's like an influencer meme coin, it's probably a brand new coin. So it's really hard to find established TradingView charts on that. And honestly, when it's like a brand new coin like that, there's nothing when you don't have a lot of price action. It's very hard to read and get a call. It's not like once this chart starts, you could see that it's bullish. You need price action to develop a little bit. So yeah, I unfortunately can't find that chart. Let's try TARS real quick. TARS AI. Take a look at it on MEXC. All right, so let's see. So we do have at least some daily development here that we can look at. Okay, let's take a look at this. So let's see. Let's pull this. Ugh. Nasty range. Ugh, come on. Give me something better than this, man. All right, I'm going to pull up some MPOCs. What's Bitcoin doing? Is Bitcoin still just sitting here? Do something, Bitcoin. Guys, I don't know what they did. Did they kill Satoshi? What is going on? I'm about to make a call to Satoshi. Send this thing. I don't even care if you stop me out and dump it. Just send it somewhere. Oh, my God. Guys, I don't know if I can stand more of this gross price action. I need something to talk about. I need something to say. I need a trade. Give me something, Bitcoin. Oh, my God. Mrs. Candles. Come here. I need to sniff that hand. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I'm going to lose it. I just need to sniff some hands and calm down. Everybody calm down. Bitcoin is not going to die. It's going to do something here. All right. Let's see. Shout out to K Diggity. Do you have a date on Valentine's Day? Shout out to Wick. I assume it's Wick's wife, Fine89. I hope so, Wick. I hope so. Let's see. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's go back to TARS here. Come on, give me TARS. Okay. So let's see here. I'll pull up some naked points and controls. I wish this range was cleaner. It's just just like a. I don't love it. It's really the only range that I can look at, to be quite honest with you. Let me see. Let me pull up the VPVR as well. Bada boom. All right, so let me just pull this range, even though it's not the cleanest. Let's see, boom. Okay. Let's pull the, can I get some weeklies in here? All right, so we got a weekly sitting right up here. Weekly MPOC, we got another one sitting right hither, and we got another one sitting right hither. Hopefully we don't have to come back down to see that one for the sake of anyone holding TARS. But you could see too, right? Like these weekly MPOCs are typically very strong levels. So that'll be the weeklies. Let's pull the dailies. So we do have a daily sitting right here, and this will all look much cleaner in a second. And we have another daily down here. And we have another daily down here. Boom. Okay, so there we go. Now we at least have some MPOCs. Let's pull some fibs as well. And I'll actually pull some anchored VWAPs on top of this, right? So, yeah, that anchored VWAP. I'll pull. I'm going to pull a couple of these. This anchored. All right, so you're holding this major anchored VWAP. This is from the overall low, I believe, from August. So you're holding that. These are two important anchored VWAPs. So these are definitely going to be big areas of resistance. If you get another move up, I would watch this as major, major resistance. And let's pull from the breakout here. Yeah, 786. Let me pull it from the low. Yeah, so I'll get rid of this golden pocket. So you're holding this 786 anchored VWAP. This is, yeah, to be honest, I wish this was a value area high. It kind of stinks that it's not, because that would be nice confluence. But let me pull another fixed range right here. Probably consistent with your value area low on the golden pocket or 786. Yeah, right there. So this is what I would look at for TARS. This is actually nice. So it's like a full charted TARS here. Boom. So, yeah, I mean, this is your major value area below. This starts at about 13 cents. Brings you all the way down to about 9-ish, 10 cents, right? But I will say this. On your way back up, if you do get a push up, hold the anchored VWAP 786. This would be a huge area to look for a potential rejection from. Now, looking at Market Cipher B, money flow on the 2-day, like it would be like just looking at the 2-day, this looks probable, right? Money flow comes out, push into the value area low, 786, golden pocket, weekly naked point of control for an anchored VWAP from the overall high. This looks like definitely a key level resistance. Now, just because our money flow is coming out right now on the 2-day, and it looks like that could be the case, you would have to assess the situation as you get up there. And that's if you get the bounce, right? If you get the bounce here, which is hard to call, right? 3-day green dot is looking to print. Maybe the 3-day green dot brings you up there. But I would definitely be careful until, if you do get up there, right? If you just dump from where you are, for sure, the next key level of support is going to be this value area high, daily naked point of control, weekly naked point of control. I'm kind of going in on this one. But this is what I would look for. This is pretty detailed, right? So I would, for the most part, this is what I would look for. Why is this anchored? Why is this? Oh, my God. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. What is this? What is this hand, guys? Why does my hand do this? All right, let's see. It's the CandleMafia salute. All right, there we go. So, yeah, that's what I'd be looking at right now. And again, I'd be honest, like this is pretty much, this is in my opinion, I would have to lean bearish based off the higher time frames. But this is a 50-50 shot. Like if you're taking a trade here, this thing could rip up here or come down here. I wouldn't even really be able to put it's really hard to put a probability on that. All right, let's see. Shout out to K Diggity. Said Valentine's Day ain't just chocolate and sweet talking. It's about financial freedom. Open up your eyes. Opening up your eyes. Shout out to K Diggity. Yeah, the best Valentine's Day gift you could get your significant other is financial freedom and the skill to learn how to trade crypto, whether price is going up or down. Send them to the Frankie Candles. He'll show them how to do it for free. But let's see. All right, let's take Yo, he said I'm AI rapping. Yo, shout out to K Diggity. Are you getting Fartcoin? All right, and Griffin. Yeah, we'll take a look at Griffin. We'll take a look at Fartcoin. Hey, shout out to Crypto Billy in the chat. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. What is going on, Crypto Billy? Let's get it. K Dig is an AI rapper. Let's go. Shout out to Wick's wife, 589. All right, let's take a look here at Fartcoin. Let's see here. Let's see. I saw a video of Dave Portnoy going off on Fartcoin. He's like, I don't get it. People are buying Fartcoin, but they won't buy my coin. What is going on? You guys are idiots. Shout out to Dave. All right, let's see here. Somebody get Dave. Somebody get El Presidente over here to the Frank Candles YouTube channel so we can show him how to really trade and not get wrecked on garbage meme coins. Let's see here. All right, let me we can get rid of this. This is old. Get rid of this. All right, so this range, although beautifully respected, value area high, bounce back into the range, rejected at the value area high, back to the PLC, back to the high, back to the low, rejected out of the range. I would say at this point, it's kind of the same thing. A lot of these coins, guys, are just stuck in between their two volume profiles, in which case it is a no trade zone for me. Simply put, this is just not an area where I'd be looking for a trade. Doesn't mean you can't trade it, right? You could, this thing's either going to go up or down, but in my opinion, there's not a high probability trade to be had in here. I personally have to wait for a move down to a key level or move up to a key level. Now, the way that it looks like, you can't really see anything on the 2-day, really looking for a 2-day green dot. There's nothing really I can say about this. I'll give you the key levels, right? And again, something like Fartcoin may not respect the TA, right? So if you get the move down, value area high, 36 cents is your key level of support. If you can't bounce there, you're probably going to get accepted into the range and start bing-bonging around back in this previous area of balance. Simply put, get a move up. I'd be looking to get back into this range to hopefully respect this range, right? But if I had to put a guess on here, right, if I had to say something about this, daily money flow crossing over into the red in a binary fashion, that makes us look for a continuation to the downside, which would make me pull from the high to the low. Actually, let me change this to entries. So locally, your key level of resistance is going to be this value area low, 786 golden pocket confluence. And you already came up and rejected the golden pocket. So to be honest with you, Yeah, I mean, this is that's definitely still going to be key resistance, right? Value area low, golden pocket 786. You already tapped the golden pocket, but if you come back up here, like I would be probably looking at that or maybe even this as key resistance. Like I would definitely be looking, as long as that 2-day or daily money flow is crossing into the red, I would be very careful around this entire fixed range, right? Potential lower high on the value area low, which you may have already done, right? So you may get the drop from there. But if you come back up, zone number 1, starting at the value area low at 72 cents, POC would also be a level I'd watch at 87 cents for a potential lower high, and then above that, this whole zone, right? Like this is a lot. There's a lot of resistance above you, and with that money flow coming out, I would anticipate a lower high and a continuation down, bringing you back down into this key zone of support, sitting between 36 and 25 cents. Other than that, there's not much I can say about this. This is just like not something. Yeah, I would have to say, like, even if you get a local move up, I mean, I could try to look at the 4-hour here. If you get the 4-hour green dot, maybe you get a little more chop here. But I would say with that daily money flow, even if you get a move up, I'd be looking for lower highs and continuations down until that money flow fakes out back into the green. And I do think this, guys, I know there's a lot of doom and gloom on the altcoins right now, but I will say, when this thing turns around, understand that it happens very fast. Right? Like that social sentiment out there is super bearish. Oh my God, bear market's here. We're all going to zero. Wrap it up. Cycle's over. Just understand this, again, the second we get a pump, it's all going to be flipped. Oh, even the bears are going to be like, oh, those bears were idiots. Those bears were idiots. There's no way that we were going to go down. We never said that. And it's like, okay. But just understand, as doom and gloom as the alts feel, and even if Bitcoin gets its drop down to 80K, and we see more pain on the altcoins, just understand when alt season really does come, hopefully it does, but when it does and if it does, things change very fast. It's very fast where like people are looking at XRP and they're going, oh man, this is horrible. Oh, this is going to zero, man. XRP might be dead. Oh my God, XRP might be dead. So glad I didn't buy that coin. Oh my God, it's dead, right? This happens very quickly. And when alt season happens, the real alt season happens, hopefully it does, it's going to happen fast, right? So you don't want to be stuck. And especially if you're here and you got stuck in this trap on the last rip on the altcoins where you came in and you weren't buying any of the fear, right? And I know this, and I know that there are people, almost everybody out there, right? Because sometimes I even feel this on coins that I didn't buy the dip for. If you were in a situation where you were watching everything go up and you were like, oh man, dude, I should have bought this. Like if you're looking at XRP at $2.59 going, oh man, dude, it wasn't even that long ago that I was looking at this thing at 50 cents. I should have just bought it. But it was just everything seemed so bad. Now's your second chance, right? When it happens and everything goes up, you're going to be in the same situation. You don't want to be in the same situation, rather, where everything's up, right? You don't want to be looking at, Cardano when it's sitting back at $1.16 being like, I can't believe Cardano went all the way back down to 50 cents and I didn't buy it, right? You don't want to be having that thought when price pumps. You want to be having that thought now, and you want to fight against your emotions. And I'm not telling you have to go buy the dip right now. But like I said, I'm not in the position where I have to buy alts right now, right? Because I've been buying them when they were at max fear. But just know that I try to feel the pain that you felt on this last rip to the upside, where you're like, oh my God, it's at $1.20. I can't believe I wasn't buying this all the way down to 32 cents. It's only been a few days and we're already up, X hundreds of percent. Right? But back here, right, you don't know this is going to happen, right? So like when you're looking at this, like this is painful. You're like, is this ever going to end? Like I don't want to buy down here. This thing's been doing nothing but going down. But it's not until you're up here that you're thinking like, man, I should have bought back there. So just try to remember that. I know it's really hard. Trust me. But just remember that, right? When alt season happens, and again, I'm not saying like this, I'm not saying we're at the lows on it. I'm not saying everything is 100% bottomed. I'm not telling you to get, buy right now. But like I said, I'm thinking about dipping my toes in some of this stuff that I wanted to pick up. Not that Link is one of them, but not that it wouldn't be something I would buy, but just know, right? Like you don't want to be in a situation, right? Even if we come back down to the bottom of this range, right? Like just know, like if you're not buying on these, like your only other option is you're probably not going to feel good to buy until everything is ripping again. And just understand that is the worst decision you could possibly wait for. You do not want to wait for the pump to buy. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm not saying panic buy altcoins right now. There's a lot of stuff we have to pay attention to. But just understand, right? Like if you're not interested in buying coins as they're coming down, it means that you're going to come back in and buy the top. You don't want to do that. So there you go. But anyway, Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. If you start drinking again now, Rob, you'll get drunk for half price or less. Shout out to K Diggity. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Warpaint said, now that I own some crypto, I feel like it owns me. Shout out to Warpaint. Yeah, it feels like that sometimes for sure, man. Let's see. Do you still believe in alt season after, shout out to Aziz, after major institutional investment in Bitcoin and the existence of millions of meme coins? So yeah, shout out to Aziz. That is a super, super, super good question, right? Listen, I think that this was 100% the pump fund cycle, is the meme coin cycle. Do I think that that means that the utility coins are never going to run again? No. I do think that at some point, we are going to see, I'll be honest, right? I think meme coins are horrible for the space. I think they are horrific for the space. I used to, this was before Pump Fund, this was before like the Solana rug pull trenches. I used to think that I was happy with meme coins before they became what they are now, right? It's way too accessible. We have 17-year-olds that are able to make meme coins, pump them and rug them, right? This is not what we want for the space. This is horrible for the space. And the reason being is because when we had Dogecoin, right, this was good because this was a high cap coin, right? This was a high cap meme coin that was friendly to non-crypto people. It's like, hey, you don't understand, like on meme coins, right? For Dogecoin, you don't have to explain to people like, oh, you don't understand, man. It's 500,000 TPS, and you just don't understand like the staking rewards. Like you don't have to explain how it works behind the scenes. You don't have to explain the tech to someone who doesn't understand, right? So Dogecoin was a really good way to get normies into the market. It's just like, hey, you just buy this crypto. The dog is cute. It's a meme. You buy it, and it always pumps, right? That was good. But these meme coins now are just so out of control, and there's so many of them, and 99.99999% of them are absolute scams, right? And you have these new people being like, oh, I could get behind this. Like, I know that meme. Whatever it is, right? Oh, I know this meme. And then they get onboarded into the, like, what used to be like what Dogecoin was. It's like a super simple thing to understand. They buy it. They don't have to understand all the tech. It's like you just buy it for what it is. You just buy, whatever. I'm trying to think, like, whatever the meme coin is, right? Fart coin. Like, oh, it's farts. It goes up, right? But a lot of these meme coins are just scams. So they get in, they get rugged, and then that's their first taste of crypto. And they're like, yeah, well, I bought this stupid scam. I lost all my money. And, I don't think it's good for the space, right? Like like Dogecoin was different, right? No one's rugging Dogecoin. So it's like they get in, a lot of them make a lot of money, or at least they watch it go up and then it slowly goes down. And at least they say to themselves like, oh man, I should have just sold. That was my fault. But with these meme coins, they're like, oh, I bought a scam. This crypto's sketchy. I don't like this. I think it's horrible for the space, for real. So, like, do I think all meme coins are bad? No. Do I think buying meme coins is bad? I think it's gambling. I think most people are going to lose their money. Literally 99% of people are going to lose their money. And it's just, I think it's bad for the space. So, I do think this has affected meme coin season, right? Or meme coin season, alt season, right? So, like, and now we're in a situation where like all that retail, right? And I'll be honest, I still don't think retail's here yet, right? I think like we had half the retail that we had in the last cycle in this cycle. I don't think we've seen full retail come back yet. Like your taxi driver telling you to buy a coin. Like we have not seen that blow off retail come in. But a lot of the retail that started to come in, right, just went straight to Solana meme coins, and they all got wrecked. And now now they're like, I'm not buying anything. Crypto's a scam, right? Because they have a bad taste in their mouth. So I think it did. I think it damaged alt season. But I don't think it's like over forever, right? Like I think we will eventually get an alt season. I just think that like threw a little bit of a wrench in things. So we're seeing it play out a little bit differently. So yeah, I think it totally did affect it. Let's see. Shout out to Gen Z said, Crypto Billy, my average is 23.50. I didn't DCA into as price was lower. Shout out to Gen Z and Crypto Billy. 36. Hang on one sec. Crypto Billy says 36 million cryptos now. 17 run had 3,000. Yeah. 21 run had 22,000 and 36 million. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's just yeah, it's I think it's bad for the space, man. I really do. And again, I don't think that it's like over because of that. I just think that stole a lot of liquidity, and those were genuine people that could have come into crypto and like supported the real projects, and like it really would have pushed everything up, and I think it would play out differently. But Again, I think the utility coins will run again. I just, again, I don't think we really saw retail come back. We'll have to see what happens. Once we really start to see the big capital rotate into altcoins and they get those big pops, I think that's where, I had a lot of retail friends. And again, we are retail too, guys. I'm not like using retail as like a derogatory term. I'm just saying retail is like normal people, not institutions. I had a lot of normie friends say, like a lot of them wanted to buy XRP, right? Like when it was running. So like if we get like institutional, if Ethereum gets a run and a lot of that trickles down into the higher cap altcoins, I think that's what's going to bring people back in. And then I think that's really where you're going to see the big run come. So yeah, we'll see. Check BTC. She's ripping. All right, Bitcoin. Are we, I think, yeah, she's just still hanging out at these highs. I don't know. Let's see. Am I in profit on this long yet, or is this thing still just sitting at break even? All right, my short is down a little bit, or not down. It's just in less profit than it's been. All right, there we go. We're finally in profit here on this long. I didn't even really I'll be honest with you guys, I really got kind of a garbage entry on this long. I still would classify this as a pretty low probability trade. Up 459, not too bad. $500 a day keeps the day job away, but I mean, yeah, there you go. That's the scalp long. I actually wound up laddering into this position. So I don't typically ladder into my positions. I like to just like snipe an entry and hold it. But I did ladder in, so I got my entry came in a little bit lower. But I actually kind of took this as a little bit more of a breakout trade, and I had to hold this. To kind of break this down. As price was coming up here, I grabbed the entry, right, as we were breaking out. And I was trying to catch that breakout because we did have confirmation, right? We had some nice confirmation here at the low. And then, but I did enter. I knew it was risky. So I was telling the premium Discord, like, hey, guys, I'm taking an entry, but I do have limit orders to average in on the way down. We come on down. I filled those orders. And then this was kind of just bing-bonging around forever. Absolutely brutal. And now we're finally in profit. There we go. Now we're up $508. So there we go. Can you guys see this? Never know what the heck I'm looking at here. Oh, yeah, you can. So there you go. Hopefully this continues to run. Now I'm covered on the long and the short position here. Let me see. Bada boom. Let me pull up the... Oh, no, that's not it. Hang on. What the heck is going on here? Where'd my short go? Did I close out Blowfin? Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, so still holding the short position as well. Up, got 600 locked in, $851 unrealized. So I'm not fully convinced here that we're going to get the move just yet. But as I said in the beginning of the stream here, 15-minute money flow. Is it back in the green yet? There we go. 15-minute money flow crossover into the green. Do we have the 4-hour green dot? Give it to me, baby. Make us a genius. There it is. And it's actually confirmed. That's interesting. That must have printed like right as the candle was about to close. So 15-minute or 4-hour green dot with the 15-minute money flow crossover. Will it give us it did give us the continuation up here. Crossover into the green, right about there, and we get the big candle. So we'll see if we can push up into that target at the POC daily /anchored VWAP and see if we can get the push up in there so I can take some dang profit off this thing, move my stop loss, and then I'll be covered schlong in a long and a short at the same time. And if price rips, short gets stopped out in profit, long continues to rip. And if we get stopped out of the short, if we dump, the long will get stopped out in profit. I actually don't have a stop loss set right now, but I will put my stop loss on there and move it to break even. And then we'll be in a great position whether we pump or dump. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of glad that I caught this little scalp long position earlier today in the premium Discord because we were not covered long. I think I took either one or two longs within this, and they both got stopped out. So maybe this one will wind up playing out. But getting stopped out is part of the game here, guys. So it's all about that risk management, baby. Let's see. If there is a pump in the dead zone, the Asia market session. Yeah, Asian session drops it. Yeah, so like maybe we'll pump back up. I mean, they will time up pretty perfectly. It will, like maybe we run up into the POC and then Asia nukes it back down. We'll see. But we're covered on both ends here at this point. So, yeah, hopefully we can get this stuff to finally play out. And I'll be honest with you guys. I found a CVD in the 1 hour. Do you see it? Shout out to I'll actually pull this up on the Not Really a CVD on TradingView real quick. Shout out to Gen Z, bro. CVD on the 1 hour. I don't really. Yeah. You got a little bullish CVD here on the 1 hour. And again, this is literally called Not Really a CVD, so I would take that with a grain of salt. I usually look at my CVD on exo charts. Let me see here. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, also another target that I was looking at here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to run into these single prints really quickly. Come on, baby. If we can get a push into these, let me just mark these out real quick. so I can clean up the chart. We do have single prints above, running us right into this golden pocket. So if we fill these, if we can come up and push into these single prints, we might see price push through them pretty quickly. However, with the golden pocket confluent with those single prints, I don't know. We might just reject the single prints, but we'll see. A lot of times, I'm not going to explain these really in detail, but a lot of times when you push into those single prints, they do fill very, very quickly. So I do have the box there, but again, with that golden pocket, we might just kind of respect them as resistance at first. Let's see what happens. Will she push up? Will she push up? We also have some bullish CVD here as well. Pretty broad bullish CVD, to be honest. I like to see it on the lower time frames, but yeah, we might, with that golden pocket in here, we might just reject the single prints. But if we can push up in here and get into these single prints, we might be able to fill them into that 786. So that 786 is sitting at 97,454. So we'll see. Shout out to the premium Discord. Here we go, guys. It was a rough battle out there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's like literally like that's what it felt like. It's like it was a rough battle. I was in, and I had another actually. Let's see. Yeah. So here it is, right? We just bounced off a local golden pocket. I took an aggressive entry with another limit order down below. I do not just make this stuff up, guys. This is really what I do. To ladder in, if we do come back down to test the golden pocket in the daily, looks like we might just go from here. So I'm in if it goes. And then we did wind up getting a push right into the entry, like sniped into it. But again, it was just grinding. We were just battling at the value area low. And then we wound up getting back above that daily, hoping that it would play out. And now here we are pushing up towards that POC. So shout out to the premium Discord, guys. Whew. It's been a long one. It's been a scary one. But we did wind up getting the push up. But we'll see. Are we just going to get slammed down by these by this golden pocket? We'll see. I would really love to see these single prints just fill really fast. It would be really cool for the learning experience here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't dump from here. But again, if we get above that golden pocket, guys, another honorable mention level here is going to be about 97.5. And what do we have there at 97.5, guys? We got that anchored VWAP, that POC, and that local POC. And that daily. So, man, that's definitely the target if we continue up. This is going to be the big level to get above. And if it goes anything like it's been going in the past, I'd be careful because we just cannot get above that level. But nice to see that playing out, guys. But with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I think we made it here. Oh, my God. We did a 2-hour stream again, guys. Oh, my God. Shout out to my hair, guys. Shout out to my hair. I am not getting a haircut, guys. I am actually, I can't pull this up. Oh, yeah, I can pull this up. Yeah, so I'm letting the hair go, guys. I'm letting the hair go. It's actually, it doesn't look as bad on camera as it does in real life. I'm not going to lie. It looks way worse in real life. But yeah, we're letting it go, guys. I don't know. I'm going to do something different with the hair. What should I do, guys? Should I get some kind of crazy haircut? Should I do like a, I don't know. Drop some hairstyles in the chat, guys. I usually do the comb over with the hard part with the skin fade. That's been my thing for like 10 years. So let me know what I should do. Drop some fire hairstyles in the chat. Let me know what I should do. Do the Fonzie. I could do the Fonzie right now. I could do the Fonzie for the fake out. I could throw some gel in my hair and do the Fonzie. But I don't know, guys. I might be approaching that age where it might be too late to Fonzie out because my hairline's just gonna my hairline. It's good. It's holding up good. I got thick hair. But I'm not gonna lie. It's not where it used to be. It's like dreads. Yo, dreads is crazy. I thought about just shaving it, guys. I'm not going to lie. I thought about a mullet. I got weird hair. My hair is toothbrush bristles. I don't think I could do a mullet. It would like stick straight out. It would be hilarious, actually. It's usually 2 hours, but Frankie always acts surprised. Yeah, shout out to Erica. They're supposed to be an hour to an hour and a half, but I just can't stay away from the Mafia, guys. Once I start on this TA, once I start with the trades, guys, and the CandleMafia, I just can't stop. I just don't want flat top. I have toothbrush bristle hair. I could probably get a flat top to work. Oh, I know Griffin. Shout out to Major. Yeah, we'll take a look at Griffin. Yeah, I'll take a look at Griffin right now. Is that how you say that, by the way? Let me take a look at Griffin real quick. Let's see. Bada boom. All right, let's take a look here. I mean, it's probably, yeah, it's like, it just looks like everything else, man. I mean, like a lot of the altcoins. This is why, like, I've kind of just been kind of like freeballing the altcoins just because, like, they all pretty much look the same. It's like you got the big liquidation wick. They're just kind of like in no man's land here. Let me see if I could find. This is also going to be hard because I don't think I'm going to be able to find anything with a lot of price action. Yeah, so this is like pretty much the best we can do here as far as price action. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. There's not a lot I can do on this chart, right? The only thing I can really do is find resistance. Like, I can't find any deeper support, right? I can't find any NPOCs. I can find local MPOCs, but I can't find any, like, significant support. I mean, I can't even, right? No daily MPOCs. I can't find any support down below. Let me see here. Yeah, like I could try to pull some volume profiles, but I mean, that's the thing. Like if I pull this volume profile, like this isn't really going to be of any use unless we like Lambo candle 200%, right? So it's like it's not even worth like spending the time to look up here just yet. Yeah, there's really nothing I can look at here. It's just not I can look at market cipher. That's pretty much the only thing I can really look at, but it's going to look the same as everything else. Daily red dot incoming, no money flow. Yeah, it's hard because it's a newer chart as well. There's not really much I can do here. Like 4-hour money flow is all chopped up, coming down. Green dot. I mean, yeah, it looks the same as everything else. We get the green dot on the 4-hour. What's the 15-minute money flow doing? Yeah, 15-minute money flow is kind of trying to come up. You have a little bit of a bullish divergence here, so try to do something. Let me see here. 15%. Ugh. Maybe I can pull this. All right, we just broke the record for the longest silence on the live stream. So, yeah, I mean, these are the local levels I would look at. This is really all I can give you. To the downside, there's not much I can really say. I could give you, probably already hit that 786. No. Technically, you have this 786 below sitting at 14 cents. So I would say really your key level to get above is this value area low sitting at 15 cents. Get above here. Maybe you got to push into your golden POC, at 16 cents. Flip that POC. Look for the move into 1682 or 16, 17 cents-ish. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can really give. Other than that, market cipher B is really chopped up. There's really no support that I can bring up down below. Any significant support, that is. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. So I would hope if you get a move to the upside, you hope to break about 15 cents and then look for the move up to 16 and 17 cents at the value area high in POC. Other than that, I would just let this kind of work itself out. This is a super, super choppy chart. Very hard to read. I can't pull any kind of clean range here. Maybe this. Potentially. Maybe. Yeah, maybe you can pull this. Got your POC. Value area low. Come on. Yeah, I mean, support down below the confluence here on your 786 and POC at about 14 cents-ish, right? That's key level. You lose this, I'd be looking for the bigger drop down to about 13 cents. Other than that, this is a choppy chart. There's really not much I could say about this, to be quite honest. Those are the two ranges, though, that I would personally be watching. Yeah, honestly, if you get stuck underneath this value area high, you're probably coming down to this POC 786. And then if you lose that, I'd look for the bigger drop. If you want to try to escape the bearish situation, you got to get above 15 cents. Push in the POC, go to the value area high. Other than that, market cipher B, really hard to call a direction on this. So I would give you those key levels, and hopefully it flips this level and goes up. If you get stuck on it, but right now you're rejecting this value area high. So if you get stuck underneath here, I'd look for the bigger drop down to these key levels. So there you go. There's Griff. I'm just calling it Griff because I don't... Griffane? Is that how you said Griffane? Griffin? I don't know how to say that. But shout out to Griff. So there you go, guys. But with all that being said, that is all the time. We're running late now. That is all the time we got for today's live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Smash that like button on your way out. And we'll see if Bitcoin can continue that push up or we're just going to get that rip to the down. Yeah, it's dumping back down here. We might not even make it out alive. But we'll see. Now you guys have the key levels above. Watch that 97.4 level. That's going to be the big key level of resistance. If we get the drop to the downside, guys, hopefully it's a big drop to our next key level so we can start to talk about something more exciting than Bitcoin sitting literally at the same price that it's been for 3 weeks. But with all that being, yo, shout out to Dave Digital said man bun or bust. Shout out to Dave Digital. Should we man bun? I'll be honest. I don't know if I have the hair for a man bun. I don't think I could do it. It would like my hair is thick, like thick hair. It's thick like a lot of hair, and then thick toothbrush bristles. I don't even know like. It's like if my hair was like down to my shoulders and I put it in a ponytail, the ponytail would just stick straight out. It would be hilarious. But yeah, no, I probably can't do a man bun, honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't do. I would not do a man bun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna wind up with the same haircut I always did. I really did want to change it up though. I just don't know what do you do? What do people do? But anyway, guys, with all that being said, I gotta go get my haircut. But I'll see you guys tomorrow right here, same place, same time. Very Italian. Shout out to Dawn. Said Frankie bragging about his healthy hair while I'm balding. Well, shout out to Tony D. I mean, I don't know if I'd say that. It's definitely thicker toothbrush bristle-wise than it is thick amount of hair-wise. But yeah, I used to complain about how thick my hair was because it just is so hard to maneuver. But now I quickly realize as I get older, I'm like, oh, wow, why did I ever complain about that? But shout out to everybody out there with a lot of hair or a little hair, and shout out to the bald people out there because being bald is low-key fire. I think bald is a cool thing. Like I feel like people get self-conscious about being bald. I'm like, nah, bro, that looks dope. Let's see. Frankie's blessed with his hair. Shout out to TaylorMade. It is definitely receding. That is for sure. It's not as good as it was. But anyway, guys, I'll see you here tomorrow. Same place, same time. Let's see if Bitcoin can hit that target. I'm sure as soon as I sign off, it'll start moving. But I'll see you guys tomorrow right here. Same place, same time. Tony D, did you ever get the suggestions for tutorials? If you did, awesome. If not, guys, drop some questions in the chat. Or I'm going to open up Q&A. I'm going to, can we still do, wait, did they get rid of the Q&A? No, they didn't. Did they get rid of Q&A? Yo, no. They still have Q&A. There it is. Okay, I started Q&A. What videos do you... Let me know what tutorials you guys want. Oh, come on. I got to... Tony, can you open up Q&A and ask everybody... ask everybody. Don't do a poll, but do a Q&A and let people drop suggestions on tutorials that they want to see because we need some suggestions, guys. If you have any questions or you want anything clarified, let me know in the chat or in the Q&A what you guys want to see, and I'll make a list of videos and I'll start firing off on them. But yeah, but with all that being said, go drop some suggestions in the Q&A, guys, and I will see you right here, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Bro, we're literally family. Yeah, I know you're in the Bahamas, but could you I know you pumped it the other day and I made a bunch of money. I know. But you got to do it, dude. I'm bored. We've literally been... Why the last time? Why can't you just help out your cousin? Dude, I literally have never leaked your... I've never leaked your stuff. I never tell people I actually know you. Your secret's still safe. Just pump it, dump it. I don't even care. Usually I'm asking you a direction. Just send it somewhere, dude. I've got nothing to talk about on the live streams. It's miserable, dude. I can't do it. I'm falling asleep. Hey. That... Are we... Oh, no. Okay, yeah, guys, that was not anybody important. That was just my friend. That was my friend. I'm not my it wasn't my cousin, and he definitely is not Satoshi. It's not Satoshi. I gotta go. All right, hasta pasta. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
Guys, hang on. We got 375 people still in here, guys. Wish Rob a happy birthday. It's a running joke that Rob's birthday's every single day, and I wished him happy birthday, guys, but I thought it was just to do the joke. It's actually Rob's birthday. Drop birthday cakes in the chat or candles in the chat for Rob. Let's go. Happy birthday, bro. And I went to go bring Mrs. Candles on camera because we were going to sing you happy birthday, but I'm not going to lie, her shirt fell off, so she'll just sneak a little shoulder in there. She's got no clothes on right now, but we're going to sing with her hand. So here we go. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Happy birthday, bro. Drop the candles in the chat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rob. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. I don't know. That was like my death metal version. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Happy birthday, bro. I can't believe that. I can't believe I wish you happy birthday as a joke and it's actually your birthday. So shout out to Rob. Drop some candles and birthday cakes in the chat. We love you. We love you, bro. We love everything you do for us. We appreciate you endlessly. And you've been with us forever, Rob. We shout out to you, man. Happy birthday. I hope you have the best day. Please have fun. But be careful. And we'll see you tomorrow, bro. And you don't look a day over 18, bro. You're looking great. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Happy birthday. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Mrs. Candles, do you have anything to say? Don't show anything. We don't want to get banned on YouTube. Love you, Rob. She said, "Love you, Rob." I don't know if she could. I don't know if you could hear that. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. Asta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Happy birthday, Rob the Crypto Snob. Bing bong.